Welcome to the Crypto Kingdom, guys. It's London. We have decided to come back on the air. We have got some kind of amazing action going on with Dogecoin, so we wanted to light back up the airwaves. We were going to do some, some work there with the, not work, but we were going to plug into the VIP and everyone else, and by the time it got around to it, we just thought we'd come live. So it looks like this is the price action we're looking at for Dogecoin. Wanted to just update you. We've come in with a lot of pricing targets, a lot of people holding at different levels, a lot of live action, live trades. You guys are literally the VIP crew, the alpha traders, and alpha traders, guys. That's a program with the Crypto Kingdom that we work on sessions and some advanced technicals, some technical analysis. Okay, that's what we focus on. So as we look at this, guys, it's just been a phenomenal kind of channel for us to work in. You guys know these were our lines from before, kind of our trading lanes. We bumped one of these up here to try and achieve somewhat of somewhat of a pricing. This is going to be an issue because this was a pricing target that we came up with here. And in the context of the pricing target, I did tell people to be a little bit more aggressive or not, and it looks like you're continually being more aggressive on this. So you're essentially you're shortening the channel. I think you're not wanting to get up into the zone where you're going to risk not being able to sell, and you're playing both sides of this. You're kind of straddling as we get into some technical terminology that we would talk about in options, kind of like straddling. That's a little bit different application in terms of options, but you guys may know what straddling is. But I just wanted to come live because guys, we have we have achieved is it a massive pump and fake pump fake, I guess, what we've done. But I wanted just to bring it live to you because you guys are into trading. You have your price targets, and if anyone just cleared, I know people are clearing 10% here and there, but it's just, this is what the day has turned into. We have a lot of people that are focused on price action. You're focused on the specifically, guys, we left the last the major, what did we leave, the last hey, and welcome James Bond, welcome all you guys in the chat. If you guys need more Harmony One, we can definitely work on that. I've committed to trying to get you guys a Harmony One. Let's take a quick look at Harmony One. Let's see how it's doing, and we'll jump right back into Dogecoin. Let's take a look. What we want from Harmony One is a continued consolidation. Looking forward to that becoming interesting, and I'll do a very good workup on Harmony One. We'll also check in on Matic, guys. Like Matic is gonna be. It's going to be what Matic's going to be. We'll take a look at everything after we kind of handle Dogecoin. I appreciate you guys wanting to know about the other coins, and I'm very happy to be able to accommodate that request. It's important to me. We appreciate the opportunity to share that information with all of you, and those requests come through, and they're kind of delivered to primarily to the if we have questions. I spend a lot of time in session with alpha traders who are very committed and very thorough and studious and trying to learn technical analysis. I've spent a lot of time with technical analysis, over the years. And so the alpha traders are definitely trying to master and hone in on that skills. Also with the VIP, it's a level, it's a medium by which I'm able to communicate. So all the videos that we do, guys, we've done a lot of videos here, a lot of time. You guys look at all the technical charts we put in. This has been a lot of time, a lot of hours that we put together. So these are those are all good hours put in. If I can find let's say a better way to try and communicate with a special group that really wants to focus on the technicals, I definitely need to do that for both their benefit and mine. So that is the way that we're kind of approaching the VIP and the alpha traders, trying to maximize my time and make sure that other people are able to maximize their learning efficiencies. So shout out to all the alpha traders, to all the VIP. It's the kind of thing, I think, if people aren't in the VIP, they may not like it, but those who are in it just love it. It's very simple. You come up with pricing targets, you get all types of things. So it's great. You may learn the same thing in the actual streams. So people who are upset, you may learn the same thing in the streams to the extent you have to listen to the stream. I do a consolidated video for people who kind of request that. So they've requested that through their membership, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's a great perk. So we're looking forward to continuing to be able to build that in. We're just kind of zooming in right now on the price action. It looks like we hit just a major candle. We had a nice little pump here, and then it decided to drop off very strongly. So it probably created a lot of excitement, but boy, that threshold is just wild, huh? You guys have hit your hit your pricing targets, and it's just you become brutal with that sell button. I don't know exactly why, but well, I do know why. You're being intelligent, you're working on your trades, and you're being very conservative. So that's nice to see. I think that's very nice to see. Let's go ahead and redraw one of our fibs so that we can take a look, and we're on this. Let's see if I can change the nature of the Fibonacci. Guys, we focus on Fibonacci's as the pricing tool, as the pricing indicator. And let's go ahead and apply the defaults here. Let's do that, and it is just essentially a pricing tool. We have a new price action. Guys, we immediately go to the Fibonacci's. It tells us precisely, guys, what the pricing targets are going to be. And we focus on a pricing target because we have to know where to enter into a trade. Very simple. Like at what level are we going to enter into the trade? We literally have to enter that in to our exchanges, right? So if we don't have the pricing targets, then we've got a problem. So that's just the real simple way of us kind of putting that information together. So let's see. What do we have here? That looks about right with what we've had. We're on the 30-minute schedule, and I think that's about right. We are kind of teetering. Now, look at the difference here, guys, between the actual lines and the actual, and we'll pull this down just a touch. There we go, just a touch here. We had highlighted that, I believe that golden pocket from earlier on. So now it looks like we're achieving some negative ground. The big question for me is, I was looking on the line chart. These were two positions to have picked up on earlier today. Those were pricing targets from before. So the ones who picked up in and around this area here, or again here, these are multiple trades, guys. I'd be interested to know how many times you guys have traded today, but it's been phenomenal price action. This was 10%. Again, that's the kind of threshold I'm hearing from a lot of you, is that 10%, that's fine. London, great. Make all these, 3x, 4x, 5x, great. But you guys just want your 10%. And if it goes slowly, I think you're kind of a little bit better with it. Sometimes there's enough action. As I remember back in early to mid-April, it was Dogecoin went up 50% in 1 hour. So you guys now it seems like you have a threshold that you have established, and the more I get to know you guys, I kind of understand that. But real reasonable group, real very kind of dedicated to technical analysis, and we're just happy to be able to interact with you guys and bring you the best of what we can. So we are in this consolidation, and again, we just decided to come back live because this was a great, action here. We went down into, and let's go back to the line chart. See how much you lose when you look at the lines versus you look at the candlesticks. This is phenomenal price action here in terms of the kind of the magnitude of these moves. It's really explaining, I get a better picture of what you guys are doing on your trades, and that's important for me as I look at your different personalities, kind of what you guys are bringing to the table, and just particularly that. Let me look over to this here. No, not that. Let's go there. Just flipping through a few different lists I've got. There we go. I have got everything up now that I need on the other screen. I appreciate that patience there. A lot of people want to know, well, where is it going to go? And I just signed off and I said, you know what? On the last stream, I said, look, this is the situation. If I'm really going to start predicting into Saturday Night Live, I'm not sure that would be such a great thing for me to do from a technical standpoint. So I really didn't do it. And I just brought up, okay, look, if you could reach these levels down below, would you have the cash, essentially? Would you have the cash to be able to manage them? That's kind of my way of just saying, let Saturday Night Live be Saturday Night Live. You guys have your orders from earlier on. Just let this process work out. If you get a trade in the middle of Saturday Night Live, just have fun with it. And that's kind of how we left things. But yeah, that's essentially how I looked at these situations, these possible circumstances here. Is just, can you reach those? Because, if you blow the cash up top at any point in time, and not that it's going to go down to that level, but if it were to go down to 40 cents again, okay, if it were to go down to 40 cents, that would be, about a loss of 50% in value. Could you capitalize? Would you have capital to deploy at that level? And I just bring that up as a hypothetical so you guys can understand, if that were to happen, where would you be? And it's always good to think about, we always think about the appreciation in price. Guys, we have in a short period of days, guys, if you look at this, this would just be a retracement of the entirety of this price action. Not that it's going to occur, but you probably, wouldn't do poorly to think about it. And of course, not financial advice, but just to think of what would a complete retracement look like? Because this has been how many days? Let's just look at how many days this would be. At least I'm one person that will bring this up. This is 5 days. If you retraced the entirety of the last 5 days, okay, just 5 days, guys, it's not like it's the last several months or the last year, right? We're not talking about some crash like that. No, we're just talking about what would a retracement let's say 78.6% look like? Well, that would put you in and around the 47-cent mark. What would a retracement of the, the golden pocket essentially look like? Well, that would, down to the golden pocket, the 61.8% to the 65%. Well, that would put you at about the 52-cent mark. So, could you capitalize on the entirety of a retracement back to the 52-cent mark, the 52.8? Could you do that? It's worth asking because it's only been 5 days. It's been a phenomenal run up. And as you look at this, it's still achieving. If we're to let's draw a regression. We've drawn a few regressions in here. Let's draw one more, and let's look at, that's going to be underneath your trend line, your regression. What if we draw a regression right here? Okay, what if that's the overall kind of trend basis here as we look at this? What's the overall, regression as we look at, like, from an analytical standpoint? If we're to draw this straight to the current price action, this is a possible way of looking at this. It's not the right way. I'm going to say it's not the right way, but if we were to look at the price action as defined by this blue and red channel, okay, if it were to experience a normal retracement to the period of time, and no one wants to hear this, I know that, but it's okay to listen to it, guys. It's okay to just think through, what if it did? What if it decided to? Could you engage your cash and deploy it at that level? If you guys are investing larger amounts up top, it is possible that you are, essentially that you are, let's see, that you're, using stop losses. If you're using those stop losses very efficiently, then that's fine. Otherwise, I want to be the guy that talked to you about the entry spots all the way along here, just because I just want to be that guy, just to kind of walk through that circumstance, because it is possible. Is it probable? I'm not going to comment on that if it's really probable, because I mean, I don't want to lean towards that direction. It's just I'd rather plan for it if it's even possible, and I do that by just kind of holding back cash positions, like large cash positions that I can deploy if and when needed on special occasions. I love golden pockets, so I like getting a discount on the price. That would represent to me a very good discount on the price. I would think the value of Dogecoin. So each and every one of these levels essentially that we hit today, that we were able to deliver to the let's see, in this video today, and we appreciate you guys kind of paying attention and saying hello. I do have news, guys. We have on Twitter, for those of you guys who are following, we do have on Twitter, we have a new list. Okay, a new list server. So I'm going to be bringing up that list. It'll be something for us to communicate on, and yeah, it will be an exciting thing for us to kind of go through. Looks like we are now injecting the price down into and picking up some of these orders. We're going to move on to, yeah, that's our alarm just went off. That's great. We just hit that. Okay, that is nice. Now let's look at let's go to the 3 minute, at least to the 3 minute. Let's take a look at kind of what's happening with the price action. We might want to go a little bit deeper to that if we want to go to the 1 minute. I don't always do that, but let's take a look as the first price action hit. Let's take a look at how this is going to behave. The second price action hit. Okay, that's good. The second price action hit. And let's take a look at what it wants to do. Again, we're just talking about this, right? Yeah, we're just talking about this. Do you have cash ready to deploy? Let's just take a look. Let's just see. Let's see how much money can be made, guys. Watch this. You guys just watch this. Let's see how much money can be made during this process as it wants to go down. Okay, next level hit. Okay, the 52 level has been hit. Let's see the 40. Let's see if we can hit the 47. Let's see. We're going to add all this up, guys. We're going to add all this up at the different price levels. Let's watch this go. Let's watch this go. This is good live price action, guys. This is the exact reason that we have the different levels. Like, if we have cash at lower levels, is exactly why. So yeah, I want to be the guy who's going to have these discussions. Now we'll watch this in the context of where it wants to travel. In addition to where essentially where it's at, or where it's going. Where has it? Hold on. If I can think straight. Do you guys want to be on the 1 minute, 30 second, 10 seconds, or 15 seconds, 5 seconds, or 1 second? What kind of action do you guys want? If you guys want to hit up in the comments what you want, that would be great. There is desert stuff. That is so nice to see desert stuff. Very nice to see you, and I hope you're having a great evening there in Argentina. Es un placer tenerte aquí. Un placer, como siempre, tenerte aquí. So very nice to have you here. Alpha Trader, one of the top traders, one of the top in terms of technical analysts that you guys are going to find. So that's just it in terms of the education and the training. So we're going to get it's just, guys, every time these click back and forth, you know, that's a click. That's a nice move, right? You're hearing the alerts go off, correct? Yeah. So at some point, as I start to add in a different alerts that may wind up with, you know, having, and I don't want to necessarily work into, as you guys are listening to this, I don't want to necessarily work into all of my coordinated scheduling with what I may have on trades right now. But as you understand, when things start to beep and go back and forth, trades, okay? So you guys set those up, you trade them. But that's the idea, either a reaccumulation, a kind of a divestment or a sale. So those are, you know, kind of a price target, hit, exit. So entry, exit, whatever we're looking at, depending on, it gets a little complicated what exchange you're on and how you guys are operating, how you set up your system to, you know, not necessarily, you know, be, what would you call it? Not be necessarily, you know, not bot trading. We don't want to be like bot traders. We don't want to necessarily do that. But look, we did get down where to, exactly to my level. You guys saw that? 47 cents, right? You guys wanted something. I brought this up earlier on the feed. I wanted everyone to kind of have it because some people are having trouble getting into the VIP. So all the people here, everyone here had this pricing target, didn't you? You sure did. You also had what? The fact that I literally said, I think it'd be great if you guys, did you see all that cash that I stuck down here? Yeah, everybody from the prior one, you saw all that money. It was so annoying, wasn't it? I put all this cash down in here. I literally filled this thing up with just massive amounts of like pre-printed money. You guys, you remember that? That looked so awful, huh? It was just tons of cash down here. It's like, man, that's annoying to look at, right? Everyone was like, this is not even fun to watch. We don't even want to pay attention to this. But you hit my pricing target perfectly. All right? See there? You hit my pricing target perfectly, right? That's exactly what I wanted. Why? Because I have orders there. Okay, I've been telling you guys that's where, you know, you double and triple down, right? See, so, you know, some people are maybe appalled right now at what's going on and the fact that we're wanting to trade this. Are you kidding me? It's going to go to $1, and now I got it in at 47 cents. That's phenomenal. That's exactly what I want. Why? Because, you know, from $1, you know, or from 47 cents, just play this one out real quickly, okay? At 47 cents to $1, let's look at this. That's 111%, okay? 111%. That's better, guys. That's better on the aggregate than the 35%. The 35% you would have gotten from your recent all-time high. Instead of the 35%, guys, I'm scheduled up. This is how I talk to you guys all the time. It's alpha, okay? Alpha, okay? Instead of the 35%, my theory just engaged at 113%. Okay, so 35% versus 113%. If you double your money, I want to do a 4x. If you make 2x, I want to make a 4x. If you make 35%, I want to make 113%. Okay, so I bring that up because that's going to be your standard returns right there. Now you guys see this. Now you see this in action. Yeah, this is what alpha trading is all about. Essentially, the alpha traders who are involved in the VIP zone, guys. This is the information that I'm focused on, is trying to bring this level of sophistication and kind of understanding to your trades. That's what I'm purposed on doing. We have the VIP group so I can deliver more content to you because I only have so many hours in the day. We do have an interest on the alpha levels and different sessions. Okay. But this is the ideology that you can't argue with right now, okay? It's not up for debate and conversation, and maybe it's right or maybe it's wrong. No, these literally were on here when we started the conversation. We started before they went live on SNL, guys. Literally, this was on here before we started SNL. This blue dotted line. This was already highlighted on the last stream from earlier today. You guys know that. That's not a big deal. That's okay. The question's going to be what to do between here and there. How much leverage do I have on the bottom side of this? And that's where things get interesting because I always have more cash, okay? And that's just the way that I purpose my investments. That's the way that I choose to expose, you know, whatever type of a cash position I have or not. Is that I've always got additional cash reserves underneath. And I think you guys do too. As I get kind of a feeling of how you guys are presenting yourself, I think I understand that you are definitely, you're well gauged, or you're well disciplined in that. So this was a big hit right here, guys. This was a right on target. We discussed that earlier on today. It's very nice. It's nice to see this. I'm happy to have provided the 47 cents in it for it to have exactly hit in terms of a target. That was an aggressive move to the downside. It hiccuped here for just a second. It looks like it hiccuped here. It shifted over for a second, and it decided to come down here. These are becoming consequential with a double down, triple down approach. Okay, some people may have decided to come down to this level and omitted the different I'd say the different levels of investment up top. That's fine. Dug down deeply into the RSI. That may make a big difference. We had cruised way high into now we're on the RSI in the 1 minute, so it's kind of difficult to gauge. But that's a lot of price action. That's certainly a lot of price action just to experience and watch it just beep. It just hit and pick up on that line. That's a nice way to look at the accumulation, kind of the entry point with this alert system that went off exactly when it went to hit. And I'm glad I went online. Whoa, don't want to move that. That's been there most of the afternoon here during the day. But when that hit right here, you guys heard the alert system, bam, goes off. Beautiful. When that happens and I'm not in front of the computer, I receive that alert wherever I'm at. So that's TradingView. That's what we try and automate. That's what we try and get the technology to work for us as it drops down and we pick up this target area. It's just nice. It's nice. And I know with the VIPs, you guys had this from earlier on, and this is just the, this is the second wind that we got here. We decided to go ahead and bring this kind of to you live because it was good price action and it looked like it was going to execute on some of the orders. And it's just the perfect example because I keep talking to the crew and particularly, the alpha traders, the VIP. We're so happy to have all of you. And for those of you who can't get into the VIP, I'm committed to helping you kind of try and get in. If you're having any technical difficulties, I want you to know I will try my best to try and help you get in because that's the group that has signed up and said, yes, they want to learn. And there's been a lot of people, guys, a lot of people who've had the opportunity to say, yes, we want to learn or not. No, but those are the guys who say, yes, we want the experience, we want those perks. So that's what the channel is just heavily geared towards right now. This is an instance when you see, this roll down is specifically and kind of purposefully down to that level. It's a very nice, I don't want to move that. I keep doing that. Let me just move this here. I should probably change that around a little bit. Let me see if I can adjust this arrow. I don't mind moving that arrow, but the other pricing target's kind of like a delicate feature of this video. We had that there beforehand and we exactly met the pricing target. Guys, that's how you become profitable, when you're able to exactly execute your pricing target without distinction, guys, literally within maybe a thousandth of a penny. That's exactly how you maximize your profits and you minimize your gains. Maximize your profits and minimize your gains. You minimize your risk. Sorry, I've said that line so many times today. I'm surprised I haven't gotten it wrong before now. That's how you maximize your profits and you minimize your losses, minimize your risk. You want to essentially any risk that you have, you want to. There's another word I use for risk, and it's overkill. What do I use? I'll think of it in a minute, but I've been trying not to use that word, so I just use some other kind of crazy word which says maybe some of you are in the business of maximizing your risks. It seems like if you guys are investing at the top levels, it's kind of funny. So I guess we can work that protocol if we want to. Let's maximize your risks. Let's go ahead and buy high. Anyway, hopefully that's a little bit humorous, kind of humorous content for a minute. Slip of the tongue. We had a long stream earlier today, and then we have this additional intense price action right down to our pricing target. So yeah, we're maximizing gains or minimizing your losses. We don't want any losses. It's difficult when you start to really achieve lower prices. The expectation is that you're going to make money on them. That's the expectation. When you really hit a target like this, that's what we want to see. Okay, that's what we want. And yeah, those pricing targets, guys, these pricing targets we discussed with the group earlier on. It was different pricing targets for the upper level, and we went ahead and we streamed these later this afternoon just so everyone would have a copy, because some people are trying to get into the VIP, they're not in yet, and I wanted to stream that so everyone would have that information, because it's kind of a crucial thing tonight as the SNL was going on. People want the pricing targets. You haven't had the pricing targets, especially if you're not in the VIP. Some of you haven't had the means, okay, to get into the to the VIP in terms of you haven't been able to even effectuate that. Like, I don't know, a problem with your country, or it's a problem with not sure where you are, or what may be going on in terms of service with an Apple computer. Some of you on a mobile device, you're finding you can't sign in, but on the desktop you can, or something like that. Just different quirks. So I didn't want anyone to necessarily miss out because you hadn't been able to sign up yet for VIP. But this is the kind of information we cover all the time. We cover trade opportunities, just different things. It's a private channel. It's got kind of a vetting that we allow. I'd say YouTube does the vetting in terms of determining who is around, what's going on, and that's just really positive as we look at continually bringing you this concise information, typically to the VIP members, very concisely put forth, about 10, maybe 10 15-minute videos, maybe 8-minute videos, sometimes 5-minute videos, but with a little bit of instruction and a little bit of just concise nature of what's going on. It's just what we choose to try and deliver as perks to that level, and they've been making great money, guys. It's been nice. The days of trading have gone really well. It's not financial advice. Everyone needs to understand that. For educational purposes, that's fine. We do have some books that we work through and different stuff, just kind of workbooks, self-training, stuff like that, as well as we can get kind of positioned in and around just mastering these these specific pricing targets. And that was achieved. I'll say that was achieved because people got in at that level that we know. And let's look at the percentage drop off. It may not be that severe. Let's see, about 32%. Okay, a 32% drop. It's recovered a lot of that. Let's take a look at in and around from the 70-cent mark, guys. It's recovered back up about 20%. So at the very depth here, right at my pricing target from this afternoon, guys, exactly the pricing target. You guys please check that out from the earlier video. Just scan all the way to the end of the video and you'll see this 47, or that 47 cent got picked up perfectly. Okay, I don't know anyone else who has that drawn out just like that on any channel. So if you guys are looking for pricing targets, the difference that makes is we're able to kind of rewind. Let's go back to the previous high, and since that previous high, guys, we just got a discount for people who held during that. It must not have been comfortable because they saw, let's see, they saw that drop of 35%. And up to $1 again, guys, that would put them at 35%. They would make a 35% gain on their investment, essentially, if it went from this previous high of about 70, I'd say about 73, 74, about 35%. Now, from the price that just executed here, the alert system went off. From that price of 47 up to 100, or let's see, up to $1, we're looking at 112%. Guys, so 35% versus 112%, we'll take it, guys. That's almost triple their return. They're going to make it 35%. We're going to make about 112. Let's see, 35. So that'd be 90. That'd be 105. Yeah, we're over triple their return just on one entry price. Do you guys see how that works? Now, there are other ways to capitalize on this. There are other ways to plug in different different variables and different techniques. You can go from technical analysis. You can go for some sometimes fundamental analysis will work in terms of, is there a big news event? Is there something about to come forward that will dramatically increase the price? But yeah, this is the essence of this channel. Okay, this is the essence of what we do, and we try and develop this in alpha traders that are studying in sessions. But we really also hone in on our VIP experience. We want to make sure that you guys have this information, that you have the pricing targets. This morning it was the pricing targets in and around this level. It was multiple trades for probably 10-15%. As you guys look at the number of trades here, I want you just to kind of understand it's been, and we're going to have to switch back to, let's go to the 15-minute, and you'll see all the trades that we have executed, guys. All the pricing targets and the executions, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7A, 7B, one of those two. Then 1, 2, just all along the way, guys. Those are all trades. So that's 7, that's 8, 9 trades, and let's just say 10. Bam, 10 just hit this live. We were alive during the event of this essentially hitting and getting picked up at this level in terms of hitting the alarm. We perfectly hit that, the 47, and that's just nice to see. That's a beautiful. We just tripled the return on, essentially tripled the possibility of the return from the market. I'm gonna say it to a degree. Now, whether or not people got in at an earlier basis and they have a higher overall return, that's fine. We may be able to invest more right now than what was originally invested with them as well. So you can look at that in terms of the ability to play out this type of a strategy on different investments. Yes, they may have a higher overall multiplicity, but that can usually be made up with a higher degree of investment at the lower levels. And you guys just understand that, not to say we're always investing more, etc., but do understand that in terms of your ability to outweigh as you look at your future investments. That's just a component of the ability, let's say, or the mathematics involved for you to outweigh a different gain potential on the behalf of someone else, or in a comparative, if you're working in a comparative. And it's not always a competition, not at all. But what you want to do is you want to strategize with, essentially with your position, and understand how you're able to stay or remain competitive on a situation where you may have kind of quote unquote missed out. Okay, if you've missed out on a position, if someone got in earlier than you, or everyone seems like everyone got in earlier than you, well, let's at least start to think of some dynamics which can be put into play to where it doesn't seem like the whole cause is lost. Do you see that? If you can come up with a theory, if you can come up with a basis like this that we just accomplished live, hitting this pricing target perfectly, right? That's wonderful. Now, in hitting that pricing target, what does that give you? Well, that gives you triple. Guys, that gives you triple over this period right here. We were just at this period right here. So if you decided to sell, that's fine. If someone wants to hold, whatever their position is with you, whatever kind of differentials you want to do, but at least you understand the concept right now that yes, you could hold maybe onto your money. You could decide, and this is all just hypothetical conjecture, maybe not advice, just kind of a way of looking at the market. If you're able to exit at the right price, if you're able to enter at the right levels, and I mean at the level here of the discount, and also monetarily, if you're able to preserve that cash and use the cash really fundamentally wisely, more heavily in line with the demand curve. Okay, a demand curve, supply and demand. You guys have studied business, econ, etc. It's boring, I know, a lot of times. Economics, no one wants to talk about it. But what is it? At the lower prices, you're going to have more demand, right? So that's fine. That's what we want to talk about. That's what we want to engage in terms of our behavior. That keeps us kind of as an ordinary market participant. So while we are definitely seeing, a big drop off, kind of uncharacteristically, we would say a large drop off. And guys, this is all patterned up with different trades that we've done. These are all trades. These are all, specific, for instance, the bull pennant, just for you guys who haven't watched. This is a bull pennant we sent to our kind of the back door, and we feed information, private information, to our VIP crew, and that's a pleasure for us to do. But that bull pennant's right here. Every one of these, that's one. 2 is another. 3 is another. These are just setups, guys. These are setups that we're able to provide, just like this entry target right here. And so we did earlier on today, we came up with these targets, and I literally said, can you get here? Okay, and I mean that in 2 ways. Is it possible the market maker might want to say, fine, let's go down there? All right, are there enough orders there? The other one is, can you, in terms of your finances, can you get there? And I just like to structure things personally in terms of my own viewpoint and my approach to things. I like to structure things to where I understand at the top levels, and it's even fun to trade. We had a lot of fun trading these guys. This was a lot of fun. Some people made some great money, making 40% of the money, making a nice run for 20% here. One individual just kind of beat the street altogether, hit our pricing target. We did the same thing, and people don't quite understand. I need to start setting up the alerts. So that was a good moment in the video when, just hitting the target, it's very nice. So when we see this, the pricing target, for instance, at this level here, guys, the same issue. The same way this was hit, and the same way this was just hit, guys. We hit this, okay? We hit this, we hit this. We hit, all of these guys. We're hitting all these different levels. So it's this is as spot on as you can get. This kind of stuff, can potentially receive some attention from you guys. You'll say, okay, if you said that just happened, I'm going to rewatch it. I want to see the other video. I want to see where you called this out. Well, go watch it, guys. You go watch that, and I promise you're going to see this same exact pricing target, and you're going to rewatch the beginning of this pricing action, and you're going to see, bam, this pickup right here. And now see that from there to $1, it's 115%. That's beautiful, guys. That's really nice. Okay, so it gave us the opportunity. While it was not it wasn't a good thing that this happened. I won't say that, but it allowed for an entry at a heavier amount of cash. And why does that make sense? Because the price is lower. We don't invest money at very expensive prices. We always count on that double down, triple down approach. At different levels, we double or we triple down. That's just in line with some of the top investors that I've been able to kind of glean information from hearing them speak, and kind of their foundations, whatever they're working on. But they're involved in crypto. All right, so that approach may kind of may apply to some different areas as we look at that. So it looks like we're recovering just a little bit in terms of the pricing, and would just like to know kind of how you guys are working out on your trade. So I may look into the chat just a little bit, and let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. We got James Bond in the house. Very nice. And let's see, Robinhood not allowing you to buy. That's not good. Don't like that, crypto headquarters. Do you hear that? We got some news on Robinhood, guys. That is rough. Now we got James Bond in the house. Just got some picked up. That's very good. You guys getting your trades at good prices. Very, very good. I like to hear that. Let's see. Yeah, try watching this in full screen mode. Absolutely. Yeah, James Bond has got the idea. A little patience is a great idea. We like to definitely hear that. Good job. I think Robinhood's experiencing some problems right now. So yeah, that's interesting, guys. That's very interesting that Robinhood seems like it is pulling off the shelf right now, guys. That's a big concern. That's a big deal that Robinhood. Wow, Robinhood has a history of that. I would say Robinhood's already done that. Was it mid-February? Early to mid-February. Wow, what a deal. Hold on one second, please. Okay, and it looked like, and we did. We hit back through the target there just to make sure that did pop up. And sorry for the brief delay, but looked like that was going to happen, and sure enough, that did hit. And now as we go through, it looks like we are essentially going back to, and there we go again, another one. Very interesting. So we're kind of tossing back and forth on that line. I want to make sure that my alerts are definitely working. Let's see what we've got going on in terms of your overall positions. I would like to see what your overall positions are right now. In terms, of course, I'd like to see all that. A lot of it is your personal information, but yeah, if you guys let me know, you are telling me the VIPs, James Bond, etc., are telling me that you just got picked up. That's great news. We received, and guys, remember how we started this deal? It was a pump fake, right? Was it a pump fake or dump? We didn't know. We were up in this level, and guys, that seems all this seems real severe compared to what we were looking at. We were just looking at this. Let's go to the say the 1 minute right now. If we went to the 1 minute realm here, let's see where we were at. That's going to adjust all my fibs. We don't want that to happen. Let's go to maybe the 30 minute or the 3 minute. Let's see where we were. Now that's dropped off. We were in this area, right? We were just in this area about the time of the, at the time of the SNL, everything else. And what happened? Well, we were in here, kind of a consolidation zone, not a loan. Maybe, what do you think? Robinhood needs a consolidation loan? Maybe so. I was trying to figure out how to put them into the mix. That's really funny that came out of my mouth. Anyway, from Vlad from Robinhood, if you guys are listening that are with Robinhood, maybe you need a consolidation loan. It's possible. I don't know. I think they've run out of liquidity. That's not good. I'd like that not to happen on like the third top three market cap coins for Dogecoin. Jeez, I mean, gosh, guys, you got it's going to bypass. I think it's going to pass BNB. It should, and the degree to which there's any kind of malfeasance or anything like that, I'm not going to guess at that. But that's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal. So if Robinhood's in the mix here, we definitely have potentially a different kind of ride than maybe what you expected. This is turning into maybe a different crash kind of video if Robinhood is doing that with people. So, we have different levels. We definitely have different levels. Now, below this level, believe it or not, we do have different levels. Now, these different levels are going to be, they're going to be distinct. They're going to be different. They're going to be carryovers from the previous levels, and those previous levels, guys, are over here. So we really haven't done that much or prepared we haven't really prepared this video for that. They're built in right now, but we do want to, I guess we'll address that if and when it does occur. I did say earlier on we would really like to maintain this level. Okay, this would be the entirety of the 5 days. The entirety of the 5 days if it decided to kind of recapitulate and go down to this level. That's what we would like. We did also bring up, guys, just pay attention to that. We brought up here being able to, at an exponential kind of level, redeploy your cash. I still think, these are great levels. These are great discounts. If it's so valuable up here and we're all so excited about it, then, well, fantastic. We're all excited about it, equally excited about it. right now. Doge is about down 23%. So, is that catastrophic? No, not really. Doge has been through a lot worse than that recently. So yeah, that's Doge has been through a lot more than this recently, guys. So this may look like the sky is falling, but I don't anticipate that that's the case. So yeah, it looks like we've got a lot of just red. I guess you guys, if you can update me on Robinhood, I understand that Robinhood is having some problems with their liquidity. They may need a consolidation loan or something. I'm not sure what's going on, but that must be very frustrating for those of you who are using Robinhood. I was just commenting earlier on today about how I do not care for Robinhood. Definitely this level is wanting to kind of stick. You see how many times we've hit this level, and it's just being pounded in. That is our level from earlier on today. I'll draw that arrow kind of around here. That is precisely the level that's been hit, and precisely just it wants to continue to shore up for right now at this level. I assume now you can deal with the Fibonacci's on this kind of negative side. You can deal with these Fibonacci's. Typically, I will bring over previous levels. People may start to go with just I'd say different levels of consolidation or consolidated levels. I would be surprised if, unless there's a major exchange defect, I would not anticipate that. Let's see, that there would be any kind of a major continual fallout. So what we specialize in here, guys, is kind of retracements, is on the downside, picking up at a good price. We always try and buy the dip, as they say. That's just what we focus on. Some people are good at that. Some people, intuitively, no one's really great at it. But you have to use the pricing tools. You have to use the mechanisms that we're given in terms of the technology, and try and deploy all of those. If you just look at the amount of red, guys, there's a lot of red. There's one green right up here. One thing is in the green. So that is okay. That's just a part. That's a part of the deal right now. So you guys just, buckle in, buckle up, and let's just see kind of what we do, what happens. And it's usually, what is it? Maybe it's the calm before the storm. How about that? Not that. Let's say not a negative storm, but I'd like to know if you guys will tell us. Just maybe in a good way. Maybe we'll achieve something great once we get down into these levels. I'd be surprised if we couldn't at least pick up some coins at prices we thought we wouldn't be able to pick them up at again. So just look at that volatility, strong volatility, very strong volatility. As we're just viewing this, guys, we are kind of witnessing the crash right now. Just a little bit of the crash back to what? About, what was that, 5 days ago? It would be over here, guys. So it is really a retracement. We're still in the same field of retracement kind of theory as we look at the technicals here. It's just the same theory of retracement, guys. That's all we're looking at is retracement. So as you guys can pay attention to this and understand what we're going through, there's a reason that I say, and I've been saying, and in times like this, you guys, everyone understands, is that I talk about having cash stacked at lower levels. I always have cash stacked at lower levels. Even beyond this, I have cash stacked at lower levels, and that's just that's the nature of the way that I feel like it's best to deploy my resources and my money. You guys may be completely out right now. You may be completely out and say, well, we think it's best while it's doing this, not even to be involved. Maybe you guys cashed out, or maybe you're just holding. You say, well, this happens. We've seen this happen and happen again. And it does. I use kind of this theory in terms of finance, etc. I use this that at the lower levels. I'm going to deploy greater amounts of cash. That's just the way it goes. Okay, at each and every lower level, I'm going to deploy more cash, and that just is going to keep me in line with the demand curve. Okay, at the lower levels, I have more demand. I have more of a demand, willing to put more money in. So that's very easy to say. It's not always easy to do because everyone wants to trade heavily. These are the days where if you traded heavily at the top and you're stuck in a position up top, I wind up hearing from people that are stuck in levels, and it's just not it's not for nothing that I go ahead and. Let me say, there's a purpose to me always talking about having cash at lower levels, and I'm very pleased to bring that ideology to anyone who can receive that. Okay, whoever can receive that, that's very good, because it's just say like a wide receiver, it's just a 10-yard pass here, just straight at you. Can you get that? Because it's a good deal if you can get it, I guarantee you. So these different levels are going to serve. Let's say, guys, we hit this level exactly. Okay, that's a big level for us. That's a 47 cent. Some people may have already made money on that level. I'll tell you one of the good things about this retracement right now, guys. That was a hit of 20%. You guys heard a beep here, another beep here on the way up. Some people are trading these levels just dramatically, just bam, bam, trading the levels and hitting these levels within 5 seconds. Earlier on in the video, you just heard boom, 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 and it's just people. Those are my alerts set up that I have set up for different levels, but those just equate to possible entries, exits, etc. So that's an easy way to kind of enter into trades and kind of verify in terms of what's going on. So it looks like we took a little bit of an aberration here. That was a real hefty move right there. We saw that one live, and yeah, the one thing that we're accomplishing right now, and it doesn't seem like much, but I want to hone in on it. I want people to kind of see the glass is half full, because you want to know, well, when will this end? What's going on? Well, one thing that we are accomplishing right now for the people who are kind of on the sidelines and saying, and you guys asked me about SNL, you guys did, and I said I really don't want to, contemplate on whether or not, I don't think it's a good move for me maybe to talk about financials or specifics or anything like that as it relates to Saturday Night Live. I think that would be a step in the wrong direction. What I did, I said I brought up these levels. You guys know that on my tape, just to try and be accurate, okay, in terms of exactly what you heard. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, turn on notifications. We're very accurate. We enjoy trying to be as accurate as possible. We think we're probably the most accurate channel out here in this space, okay, in terms of technicals, particularly in terms of Doge. And there's some great channels. We do appreciate the opportunity to learn from those other channels, and kind of experience their culture. It's nice. But when we bring up this pricing target, exactly this pricing target, and it executes, that's a big a big confirmation for us, because that's part of the game here. Just what's this pricing level? When we hear a beep, beep beep and beep beep, whatever we're hearing, these beep beeps, when they do go off, when the pricing action is happening, those are trades. Those are trade levels. Let's say those are trade levels. So this another one here that can continue with frequency. I can turn this back on so that we can talk about. Let's see. We can do we can do continual if we want to. Once per minute, we can do whatever we need to. We'll see how that wants to execute essentially from here to here. I turn these back on to show you the pricing level and the action and how many trades are really going on through this volatility. But guys, these are programmable trade levels in line with the earlier video from today, and this is how you start to stack cash. And when you talk about, well, you want to hit a 2x, from 50 cents to $1, that's a 2x. You can wait and hold on, or you can go through. We just went through quite a few of these in a very short period of time. All right, you just heard the beep beep earlier on. You guys may not have been live for that, but yeah, just hitting this with a beep alarm system come up, this beep. Okay, if you program those up, you can either hold if you want to, say 47 cents to $1, or you can engage in a trade. Just start popping off the trades. As you do that, as your alarms notify up that you're, let's just say if you guys are using, depending on which exchange you're using, you may be able to get those alerts equally as let's say as easily. That may be just as easy for you. Now what it's going to accomplish is, with kind of the rule of, what is it, 72? Divide your returns into 72. 72 by your returns, and then essentially you get the time frame more or less in terms of how long it would take to double your money. So at about 10%, I think it's between 7 and 8 times that you'd have to pull off trades of a 10% return, which is okay. It's not bad. That's interesting. Now the next that level was hit again, and we don't have to continue to go through this, but I just want to show you that's another trade. Okay, this is a trade. This is a trade. So that's 1, 2, 3 right there. You need to do it how many times? How many is that? Between 7 and 8? Okay, well, we just went through 3 potential trades right there, just to set up in your mind kind of a different kind of strategy that could be deployed, okay? Every time you hit, every time you go up. When you hit, you go up. You hit, you go up. So those are just different possibilities. Now this is hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. This is hit 6 times, okay, along this. It just hit another time. So this is continually being played by people. This is a big move here in terms of you guys understanding what this means, because how else should we just view this? Just hold on tight, we'll be okay. I know it's good to hear things like that, but at the same time, I feel like if you can learn from this, is we're constantly trying to buy the dip. We're trying to buy low to sell high. When it's low, how are we engaged in the process here? What are we really looking at? And I think it's important for us to talk about technique while it's down in this level. I think that we can learn a lot why this occurs, not just have it be a kind of a wasted event. No, this is a special event that will teach us something. We've lost a lot of overall value, but you can just see the trades, bam, 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 just picked up there at what, probably heavier amounts of money, because you're lowering the price. And what's nice is you're lowering the price of the same change in price. Say if you were to change, say 10 cents measured up in this area from 60 to 7 cents is completely different in terms of the percentage that 10 cents is from, say, the 30 to 40 mark, okay, or the 45 to 55. It's a completely different percentage, guys. It's much greater at the lower levels. So you gain that benefit. In terms of trading, what you do gain is the benefit of being able to trade essentially every unit in price, or every, say, if it's a cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, or a dollar, or $10 or 100, whatever that is. Let's say $1 on $10 is much bigger of a percentage than $1 on $100 way up here. So that's what we look at in terms of being able to achieve these. It's also let's say just a plus of being able to trade in this lower zone. Moves are a percentage greater, and we had kind of, I'd say this, guys, we kind of moved, got into a position earlier on where it's like, okay, we're up, but we're up like 4%. Everyone's like, I guess we have to take the 4%, and it was okay, maybe up 12%, something like that, but it just felt like not up much. Everyone's like, yeah, we're used to being up 20%. Everyone's used to being up whatever other percent. So you're back in a zone now where with small moves, you are definitely moving, easily 13, up through 20%, but just small moves, just flashes up through, allowing trades to execute for in and around just 10% very easily. That's nice, just to be able to do that with your backup, your spare cash, whatever you're choosing to do with your trades. So yeah, I don't know, as we kind of, why don't we pull back a little bit? Why don't we just take a look at what has happened? Because, it's kind of, let's go to the line chart so you guys can see that yellow line. It's a little bit more clear for you guys to understand. This is that's a relatively aggressive move. I guess we will all agree with that. Let's go to the year to date, and let's wrap our mind back around kind of where Doge is, and yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Let's see if we can go to, we got just a lot of different things on the chart. Let's go to the 3 months, see if we can clean something up just a bit. We may go, we may detail this out just a touch more. So yeah, let's see if we can we pull up the last time that we had any kind of really severe movement like that. Let's see this. Let's move this over. No, it doesn't really look like, to kind of close this section out, this previous, because that was, how many days was this one? This was, what was this about? It was 8 days. Okay, that 8-day period. It still didn't really achieve a full retracement. So let's look at this one here. Looks like we still haven't, and again, we hit our target there. We still haven't achieved kind of the full retracement of this. So we're really not doing anything differently. Well, it looks like we're about, maybe we're about to, I don't know. It looks like characteristically it could change. So as we look at that, we'll consider that. Let's go back to the other portion of the chart just for comparative purposes. Let's say the technical analysis, often we are and yeah, we did. You guys remember this? I remember this exactly why. Because this was the same circumstance, guys. We literally called out this pricing target in the process of it happening. And you guys haven't been able to watch this live. Okay, so it's important for you to see this, because people were like, really? Did you really call this, these pricing targets out? Yeah, just under 20. We called it right when everything was falling through the floor. No one would believe it. We woke up the next day and it just held. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then it went up like, yep, that's what we try and do, right? So that was a big moment back in here, and I talked about the gains since then, just some nice moves to the upside. After that, look at the phenomenal upside trajectory that we experienced. So you guys are worried about right now, but look what that turned into. That turned into a really nice experience, didn't it? I'm kind of excited about this. I'm getting excited as I look at that. It kind of took that breach through the floor, right, to go ahead and start experiencing this. So I'm excited about Dogecoin now more than maybe even I was beforehand, just because it's I can compare that to kind of what's going on, and I can see some positive gain in the overall kind of picture, the overall story. And yeah, that's nice. I look forward to us reestablishing just a nice kind of framework on the way up. That's very, very I don't know, it's important for us to kind of have that viewpoint on days when like everything is down, everything's through the floor. These are less expensive prices, guys. These are something that when people want to achieve a lower cost basis, okay, when they'd like to, everyone would like to double your money. I know it's not ideal, but just another alert, just another cross on the target entry price there. as we look at that, and we'll just do only once. We'll just do that, and we'll make sure those don't go off too much more. Let's go settings. Let's go. Let me see this. You guys know how to set these, I assume. Any line, you can go ahead and you can right click and click on your notifications, and you guys can get this. So we'll turn these off for now. Let's just turn these off because I have them set up, and you guys know they're there. And I just wanted to show you essentially how they work and what they kind of signify for you, and how they can be used to facilitate your trades. So let's do that. Delete that one too. That way we're kind of over with that just for a minute. So that's a good way to manage your time efficiently, manage your resources, and kind of what you're up against. It's not always easy in terms of your time management, but yeah, that'll help you manage your time and your trades a little bit more efficiently. I'd like to get your feedback, guys, because we talked about this earlier in terms of, and this is something that no one wants to be right on. You guys know that. It's like, oh, we were right, we did a great job. Now, this is not a circumstance where we wanted to be right. Now, it helps financially. I would say, if you took a similar position, it was probably financially, it would have been financially advantageous or profitable if you had taken a similar position to this. Maybe you're just out altogether and you have chosen to trade something else, or just wait and kind of let the market cool down. That's my thoughts. So I'd like to hear what you guys are doing in the chat right now. That'd be great to, James is Bond saying this is exciting. James is there, and he's hit some of these lower targets, and that's great to see. We're excited. James Bond is from Australia, a very, very good guy. People are talking about sell or hold, draw the fib. It will help you with questions. That's right. We focus on those fibs. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what else we have. Lift off. Let's see what all is going on in the chat rooms, just to kind of pay attention and see what's going on. Nikaya, hey Nikaya, how are you? Good to see you, VIP member. Just wanted to shout out. Between the sells and the buys, there is more than enough interest in this. You got that right. Let's see. So we have a little update on Robinhood. That's good to hear. Vamos London. Hey, we have desert stuff. Let's see. Yeah, let's focus. It's very nice. It's good to see desert stuff. I appreciate that. From Argentina, we have from Argentina, desert stuff. A great member here. Just a real long-term character. Very, very nice member. So let's see what we have in terms of some additional people. I like to check in and see kind of who's in the chat room, so we can see who's trading this and kind of what's going on. What is going on? And we'll see. Let's just go with. We'll just write this up here. We'll just do live. Let's do live pricing. Yeah, I can't do the caps lock, can I? There we go. Live pricing and price targets. Let's just do that. And let's just put this right over here. And that way we'll have something to kind of, while we're talking and while we're kind of going through the issues. Yeah, this is the key time when people who want to get in at lower levels, people who understand kind of the rationale. It's kind of a disciplined approach to things, but it's more profitable than entering into trades at a higher price. It's just it's just essentially, it has to be more profitable, because you just have to understand kind of the law of averages, basic mathematics, etc. It's like, sure, it would be great if it continues to go up, but we're never assured of that. I mean, it's got a variability component to it. So that's just that's very much something we have to recognize, is that in the variable nature of the prices, as they go up, as they go down, that we're constantly looking for the opportunities on the way down. And that's just that's the way it is. And you'll see from right here, you guys heard that alarm go off multiple times, right? Multiple times you heard that alarm go off. So as we look at that, that's a 15% gain. That's okay. Amidst the market being down like that, you guys are up 15% on that. Very nicely done. And we'll just put that there. Just see if we can kind of let you know that even when the price is kind of slow, that we do have an opportunity to achieve a gain here. So that will be the I guess the fundamental question now. Will it top up at a level and just kind of stay for a while? Maybe. It's trying to find. This has found some great traction. Again, right here, guys, at this level that we called out as a pricing target, this was about the level you can maximize your gains on this. So that's what we try and do on the channel. We maximize your gains, we minimize your losses. That's our focus. That's our goal. That's what we want to try and achieve. That's our day in and day out. That's what we the information we're delivering to our VIP section, to the people who've requested that information, essentially as a perk. They've signed up for that as a perk, so we deliver that to them, and we're happy to be able to continue to do that. And it looks like you guys are firing on all cylinders right now. VIPs are firing on all cylinders. You guys are seeing all of this action just immediately become like, very pertinent in terms of, it's not just playing around at the top. No, there's a reason I talk about the lower levels, and reason I, kind of brought them up lightly before when everyone wanted me to talk about the Saturday Night Live. I said, well, okay, I'd rather not do that. It's just, that's not kind of my whatever level of training or degrees I have. It doesn't fit within that. But what does is talking about the lower levels, talking about that in terms of good price targets to go ahead and try and pick up that. So that's nice that we were able to bring that to you before it happened. And if you're looking for a channel, guys, that you can find that information and a means by which you can find the pricing targets, so you can try and take advantage of these trades in the future, guys, it's really easy. On Crypto Kingdom, on the Crypto Kingdom, I'm London. You can just click on join. Go ahead and click join and sign up. We got some great VIPs from around the world, and it's just it's a good group. Everyone is some very capable traders. I'll just say that, some very capable traders. You guys are doing a great job. It's nice to interact with you. We just stay very technical. That's just what we do. We just stay very technical, and that's in line with my background, my training, everything else. Just finance background. Nothing exciting. I think people who aren't in finance, investment banking, or analyst position, etc., or broker. If you're not in finance, maybe you think it's a real attractive field. But once you get into dealing with numbers or writing corporate reports, or public companies, a 10K annual report or a quarterly report, it's like, wow, yeah, it's okay. You can do it. It's not bad, but it's a challenge sometimes. It's always a challenge. Let's say that. So if you like a challenge, you may love numbers. Maybe that's right up your alley. So Dogecoin kind of probably under impressing people right now. You would have preferred just to have made money with your positions. Now I understand that. I don't mind that these levels were met, and that they were met specifically, because as time goes on, this level will become more important. Hitting this level will become more important as time goes on, and you guys will see the value of hitting these levels when time goes on. And we'll to the extent you feel like you're not happy now, etc., just understand everything just took a real tank, right? Everything took a tank, and you'll see the value of this level, like you see the value of the entry being called at around 20 cents beforehand. And that's the bottom line. You will. That's a big deal. Now Bitcoin's off about 1%, 1.5%. That's not off by too much, is it? The big guy is doing pretty well compared to some of the other volatility we're seeing in the market. So the alts are really kind of suffering right now. That's just one thing for us to kind of pay attention to. And we'll go ahead and bring that as we're trying to recover in price a little bit here. We have struck along this 47-cent mark. That was we had decided that earlier on, guys. We had already put that in the books. Essentially, we had put it in the books. We had streamed earlier on. We brought that information directly to you. These figures were exactly in our earlier video. So if you guys are looking for kind of the housing of where you'd like to park yourself, this is a great place to go ahead and just park yourself for Dogecoin. That's what we focus on for the most part. We talk about Harmony One also, and we talk about some different stuff. We talk about a bunch of stuff: Matic, Polygon, BNB, Bitcoin. We get into all the good stuff. So if it's around us, we like to kind of we like to understand what it is in the pricing action. So yeah, it's a pleasure to be able to bring you guys additional pricing information and more concretely, accurate information than, I don't know anyone else who came up with this. And that's just nice because, guys, it was a money-making opportunity. You have to understand that that's what we focus on, is the ability for you to capitalize on your interest in the market, right? I mean, you're interested in making money on the market. So can you come up with the right kind of targets that when this happens, you're able to make some money? A lot of people aren't interested in this. They talk about it, but then they're not interested. They want hype, or they want explanation, or they want news, or maybe there's some phenomenal news out there. Maybe are we what's competing with us right now? If I ask that and everyone says it's Saturday Night Live, if that's the case, then I would understand people not being interested in this. What a thing to miss, though. I mean, I have to really say now, I don't watch much TV. I'm not into that right now. Movies, I'm a movie guy. But the standard TV, etc. I'd like to know what's going on with Elon and Saturday Night Live and how things are going. And as a matter of fact, what's up, AJ Crypto in the house? You are welcome, brother. Nice to have VIP in the house. It's nice to see Desert Stuff and Emily communicating. That is very, very nice. We're happy to have Desert Stuff. I haven't seen Desert Stuff in the last few days here in the chats. And Desert Stuff, you guys need to reach out to Desert Stuff. Just a phenomenal person. You guys reach out to Desert Stuff. We're very happy to have Desert Stuff along with the rest of the team. We have a good solid group here. Let's see. I'm in high right now, but I definitely appreciate the lesson. Oh, Steven, man, I appreciate being able to give you the lesson. I wish that we had connected earlier. If you're in high right now, you don't have more capital at the lower levels. So that's I don't know. Let's see what we have. We have some different people in the chats, etc. Sounds like people to the moon. People are saying nice frequency. Doge, what do we got? Just different things going on in the chat. It's nice to hear you guys talk and keep each other busy, occupied. So as we're looking at this, this is the price action. Like this is what we show up for, right? Honestly, if you don't show up for this, if no one shows up for this, guys, it just goes down. I got to tell you, if people are unloading and people don't show up to make money on trades, it's not a good result, guys. So this is the idea of a market. So that's why we're focused on this. We're the bulls that come back in, guys. We're the bulls that go ahead and come back in and decide, no, this is our turf. Bam. All right. So that's what we do. We come back in a specific spot and we say, bam, this is us. Right here at this chart, we're going to tell everybody and just let you know that we're using the software. This is exchange software. We're going to use it the best way we know how. And just bam, this is us coming in, right? So, that's the role that we play. And I think that's a fair role to play. I'm not sure what role everybody has to play, but that's a fair role. We've been talking all day about inverse head and shoulders at this level. If we can pull that off to get back up into this territory, won't it be all for naught? Wouldn't that just be funny if we just were able to turn off by the end of the stream and like, well, we're back to where we started, and then you guys are going to be like, oh, I can't believe we didn't do the orders at 47 cents. You're like, dang it, right? So that's an okay discussion to have, rather than it just falling through the floor, everyone being upset, etc. But you see how the capitalized potential return on the interest from previous high at about 40. What was it, about 70? What was it, 74? From there to $1 is about 35%. We figured about 35%, as opposed to and what is it, from here down at the low here to the top is around, what was that, 115%. So about a triple in terms of the and you guys understand on alpha, this is proof positive right now. You guys hear it all the time here. You're like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that sounds real fancy. Yeah, you just saw that. If you rewatch the very beginning, the first 10 minutes of this, you saw this get executed. You saw these here at the beginning of the moderation. You're not going to get any more accurate than that, guys. So that's what that is, and that's what we talk about alpha. We talk about meeting pricing targets, specifying them in advance, and that's what our BIP is good for. Alpha traders are very attuned to that. They've studied very hard. They're studying very hard. I'll say that as much as we can outside of a classroom context. It's not a formalized degree program by any means. It's not intended to be. There's no certification, award ceremony, or graduation. That's no. It's just it's something you can train on your own with if you want to. I think it would take a long time. If you can get with anyone who kind of knows what they're doing, then you can work up to a position where you're doing pretty well. At least where you're cogent, where you're competent in those different I'd say where we coherently understand kind of all those paradigms. So let's look at this, guys. This is very interesting, right? That's good. Look, you got 20%, right? So has this been so bad? Not really at all. Now, no one wants this to really be this way, right? I mean, everyone wants this to be different because everyone wants to be, wants it to be towards dollar, because then everyone's covered, right? Then we don't have any market volatility. Then we don't have any. There are no losers, and that I understand. I do understand that then there are no losers, and that you get into the equal sum, or the sum zero. Is it the sum zero kind of principle? Zero sum exchange, I think, is kind of what they technically call it, but. Yeah, I mean, it looks like this could pick up very quickly, and everyone could be out of the dumps and out of the gloomy kind of situation that they're in. If this wants to pick back up, even on the RSI, if we can get it back up into that level, and we're all for not, wouldn't that just be great? That would be uncharacteristic to see just this huge plunge down here to pick up everyone's orders. If that happens, then people are going to be very, very interested as to the pricing targets, what went on, and the fact that this is literally just stepped down in here and it's back up in here, because then everyone's going to be convinced that, wow, there may be something to this whole retracement theory, right? Yeah, I think that could be possibly true, right? That they're just coming down to pick up these lower levels. There's nothing wrong with that. It's part of market theory that you'll establish, I believe, a higher degree of demand at lower prices. Now, whether or not it's on a micro level up in here, whether or not it's kind of on a macro level and it's kind of down in here, the same should be true. You should have more demand within this kind of a micro frequency. If you're going to trade this on a micro level, you should have more demand at a lower level within this kind of parameter. And you should have on the macro level, you should have more demand kind of at these larger, lower frequencies. So that's just the way that we kind of view that. So as we regain turf, yeah, as this looks not so scary. Yeah, who thinks that was the right entry spot? It was like, yes, we know it's the right entry spot, right? So particularly as things regain, if you just were able to, get a discount of 20%, or a discount of, a total discount. Let's just say, let's do this figure right here. If you were able to do the total discount, like a 32% discount, that's nice. That's real nice. Getting back to that same level, what will you make? You'll make almost 50% on your money, guys. Almost 50% on your money, getting back to that level, getting back to here. So remember, whatever you lose, okay, if you lose 30, you're going to have to make up more than 30 to get that back. To get back to where you were. So that's just one of the dynamics of, if you lose 10%, you're going to have to make more than 10% to get back to where you were. So, lose 30 some odd percentage, and you're going to make, the flip side, you're going to make actually more than that 30 some odd percent. So that's nice. That's a potential way to capitalize on the market. It's real simple. It just maybe it doesn't compute with everybody. Maybe that's not the ordinary way to look at things, but that's, I think, a very solid market approach that we can look at. I think that's a very it's very logical. It's very logical. Yeah, everything just kind of in the red right now. We're not happy to see this happen to Doge. If you guys have lost any money, you've lost money if you sold. I don't think you've lost money if you just held. And it looks like we are experiencing a pretty decent recovery. So I would just encourage everybody, just if you are where you are, and you've decided to be where you are in terms of holding, just kind of weather the storm here. I don't want to be insensitive to that position at all. We try and serve the overall community. We want to be as gracious as we can in that process. So I know it's not easy to watch value erode. Just do understand that that's a part of the process. The ups and downs, the ebbs and flow, it's just part of the process, and we want to make sure that you guys are okay, and that that you understand that amidst this I understand this, amidst the ebb and flow, it's not always easy. It's not. It's one thing to say that and say, well, fine, it's great to buy more at the bottom, but some people are leveraged in, and that's just a natural dynamic of being excited, of understanding that you want this thing to go up, and so it's just days like this are difficult. They just are. Now they compound out, I say, in terms of gains a lot of times, and Dogecoin, maybe they're difficult because Dogecoin's done so well, and you just continue to expect it to want to do well. But at this point, we are. We're just riding on a lot of positive energy, so it's going to take a lot to really bring this house down like permanently. The house is not getting brought down permanently, so you guys understand that we're still within a range here from the previous level, and we still hit that key level, and it's okay. We've hit low into kind of the 786, etc., depending on how you draw your Fibonacci's, but yeah, that's our pre-established kind of level. So we appreciate you guys tuning in to us for this kind of crash event, so that we can just kind of discuss some of the parameters. And you don't want to hear it. We don't want to have to say, well, yeah, we did. we hit our pricing target. We hit the pricing target, and that's what we wanted it to happen. No, we were ready for it. We talked about it earlier in the stream today, and I said, could you get down here? Just talking about, could you, in terms of finances, would you be able to reaccumulate down lower? Because that's a big important question. And as people held up here or had a different position, we're hoping it to go up. What was your next? I did say, that your next kind of, your next level would be right here. And we didn't know when or how that would occur, but we did know that that next level would be right there. So at that specific level, we were looking at least, a retracement here. Then I said, what about here, here, and here? And everyone's like, I don't know about that. We're not going to talk about that. I said, well, someone has to talk about it. No one wants to talk about it, but I talked about that earlier today in another stream. So in terms of the accuracy, I don't want to be accurate on this, but at the same time, I'd like to be able to discuss things which have, a ramification of being able to prepare you for the eventual likelihood of something like that happening. And it's not unheard of, guys. It's already retraced like that previously. So as you start to explain the price action, let's see, where are you over here? As you start to explain the price action, we're going to have to change this frequency. Let's go right here. As you learn about this price action, we had another bull flag, a run up, and this kind of consolidated approach before we had a fall down here. And that's the nature of the previous drop to around 20 cents. Then please let me do this. This should be better. Let's see. That's from the very beginning of time there. Okay, so yeah, we had already something kind of similar to this kind of huge drop off earlier on. That was very uncomfortable. We entered into, right as we did tonight, saying the price target is such and such. This will be as important, guys. So that this is two. This is two for us. Okay, 2 in a row on the major retracements. Boom, the second one. We got it. Now, what happened after the other one? Well, after the other one, things started looking pretty good. That's when we started just moving up that hill. We started base camp, and base camp was established. We said that as a membership level because, well, guess what? We said we are going up like Mount Everest, right? And so look at this price action. What occurred? We definitely went up. I have some regression lines on this. We'll go ahead and remove these so you guys can see the price action. These are just bull pennants, just normal stuff, okay, that we traded, that we provided information to our crew on. So yeah, we'd appreciate if you guys want to become members. We'd love to provide you with information as well, so you can try and protect yourselves and maximize your gains. I think we're pretty good at providing that information. And yeah, I think the ones who are spending enough time and listening, that you see there's probably a method to the essentially the language we're using and kind of why we're using it. We're just making sure that people are prepared on both sides. Everyone's prepared for it to go up, certainly. Yeah, but how do we prepare? Well, we get in at a good price. We try and get in at a good price. So it's a catch-22, the entirety of it, because everyone wants to go up. But I'll tell you, the retracements are pretty important, right? So we have stayed above this key level, and we did say also it'd be nice to stay above that level. That 57, that 57 was key. That was really key. This 60 didn't really want to hit like that. And I think I did, guys, didn't I? I did. I did in that previous stream. You guys know that. I said that around that 52, that 53, that's going to be some kind of level. Didn't you guys see that? I did. Yeah. If you rewatch that video, unfortunately, it's just the truth, because that is exactly the case. That was some kind of level. And then look what we did here. Let's go back to that's on the 1 hour. Let's go to we're on the 3 minute. This is where we belong right now. So this got even messier after it went here. I'm not sure what people were deciding to do with the technicals. Maybe just throw them out the window. This is over. Huh? It's been enough. We're fed up. We have to make money now. Buy at whatever level possible. It could have happened. Just execute as many trades as possible. Maybe the glitches in Robinhood started to show through, etc. Not sure what happened, but it's not a popular opinion. But we try and encourage responsibility at the exchange level always, because we know it affects individuals, and we don't feel it's fair that people should have their assets locked up. We also think that people should have the ability to have their wallets. Very simple, Crypto.com, even Crypto.com allows that. Of course, the other large exchanges certainly allow it, but there's just no infrastructure for Robinhood, so it seems like they should definitely put that together for all of you. We'd like to definitely see that, and yeah, that's crucial. So I don't know if anyone watched the SNL with Elon Musk. We would be interested to know how that went. So yeah, would like to know how that went. So let's see here. It looks like Kent, VIP, Kent, also Alpha Trader. Great guy, great guy. He got in at the 47. Way to go, brother. Very, very good. Way to go. You want to know exit? You want to know exit now? What I would say is that's going to be based on your tolerance, and I like to give the you're gonna make those decisions based upon your level of your I'm not sure. It all depends. Like if I'm making that decision, guys, it depends on how heavily involved I am. Okay, how everything down to someone sending kids to college. I mean, if that's happening, I mean, I'm not the person to ask. You need to probably get in touch with a financial advisor, something like that, who's someone who's going to manage your money or something like that. What's the exit part? What is this? I can talk about the theories of retracement. We can go through that. You can talk about scaling out, depending on how heavily you went in. Some people may have gone extremely heavily into this. If you could cash out, take your original principal out, and just ride with the profits, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Getting to a position and then cashing out, taking out your original investment amount, and just letting your profits ride. If you invest heavily enough, that's a real good, solid, kind of approach to take. That I would say there's very little risk in that if you're able to pre-calculate a level. And if you're able to do that, I think that'd be a great approach. Why don't you just take your original capital back, and why don't you just that's how you wind up with if you invest a certain amount in here, that's how you just stack that over there. And you wait this and you trade this, then you wind up making another one of these from what you're trading, and then let's just stack one of those over there too, and then you wind up with multiple ones of these. You wind up with multiple stacks. So that's kind of the overall idea, is to eventually get those stacks rolling like that, and just continue to work those as you look at getting your original out and working with profits. So that's a different kind of approach. It's something we haven't really talked about too much, but just investing your original amount, getting back your profits, investing your original amount. Leaving in your profits and leaving in your profits. So and trying to stack, work up to where you have another extra stack of what you've been investing in in addition in your profits. Let's say, then you can take those out. You can manage things that way. So it's nice to try and create that double effect. And we did talk about the double, that it would essentially be to $1. If people's tolerance is to hold, that's great. If people want to hold, that's a phenomenal idea. Elon said hold. He said hodl the rainforest. I'm not going to contradict him. 1 second, real quickly. I'd appreciate 1 second, please. I'm going to take probably a 2-minute break, just so you guys can maybe look at the price action. I just need to take a 2-minute break, get some water real quickly. So 1 second. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Let's say water break. 2-minute break. I'm going to go get a cold water. I think it'll help. Just 1 second for my voice. There we go, guys. Appreciate that. 1 second. appreciate you all being generous with your time. That was a much needed water break. That was very nice. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. So, thank you very much. Needed to just get some water, some cold water, just to relax for a minute. Let's see what we have. Let's see, just wonder if it's going to drop again. Okay. Let's see, very heavy. When I think about the websites are acting weird, check later. I just want to scroll through here, get some different information from the alphas and the VIPs. Alphas are a real select group, guys. It's just people who literally are in session like 6 hours a week, just trying to, we're trying to bounce off ideas in terms of what the strategy is, and absolutely kind of understand the entirety, of their position, of what all they're trying to accomplish in their trading. I have a degree in economics, etc. So if I can assist with any of that, I'd like to try for people who want to really develop. And yeah, maybe I should go teach. I'm not sure. Seems like the whole confinement of the classroom would be interesting. Now everything's online, so I don't know. Maybe that would be okay. But it seems like people don't really want to be at school. Did you guys ever, do you remember that from being in school? You didn't want to really be at school. So yeah, yeah, I was kind of like that myself. So anyway, I think maybe a lot of people were. I didn't mind reading, didn't mind learning, but it was just some of the stuff was really kind of troublesome. Just it didn't seem like it applied to the real world. It was just, I don't know. I wasn't into it. I mean, I tried. I did well, but at the same time, it was just kind of school was school was school. So yeah. Let's see if we can make this look a little more interesting. Let's even, I don't know, I'm thinking like we kind of need some kind of a change on the charts. I don't know, I'm just feeling kind of a change. Let's see what we can do on the charts. Let's see here, and let's go ahead, and those are okay for now. Let's bring this over that we had here, and let's scale in with those the whole time, and there we go. That way you guys aren't just looking at blue lines, you're looking at the Fibonacci's, which are perfectly aligned. And again, it's going to depend on where you drew your original Fibonacci. Some people didn't hit those targets. They just didn't. They probably had their Fibonacci down into this level here, guys. I want to bring that up to you guys because that's a big deal. Some people probably, I know definitely didn't have, let me undo that. Some people drew their Fibonacci's down into this level. Okay, as you draw your Fibonacci's, you really want to make sure where you're drawing your Fibonacci's down into. Some people had their Fibonacci's, I bet you, all the way down into here, all right, and down into here, all right. So as that starts to happen, you're not going to hit your same exact targets. Okay, we're right at this level. Okay, we're right at this level instead of up here. So this is not the correct Fibonacci. This is not the correct, as we look at that, those aren't correct. Yeah, they're just not as accurate. So they're not as accurate right now. That's accurate. That right there is right on the money. That's where we're at. So, in terms of this most recent pricing, say phenomenon, I always try and eliminate any previous channels. Okay, any previous consolidation channels on the formation of the Fibonacci. That typically will help it become more accurate, and that's what we focus on in terms of things just being accurate and achieving accuracy. That's just real important for us to experience. So, and let's see. Yeah, not bad at all. That's that's the pricing action. That's essentially what we experienced. And we came live when it looked like a pump to the upside, and then we said, well, it's going to be pumping, and then it looked like it was maybe a fake out. And we saw, maybe it's a fake out. We thought, well, that's not good. That's not what we want to see. And then it looked like it got more aggressive. We had just talked in the earlier stream about protecting that cash on the downside, making sure it's fully deployed on the downside, guys, at these lower levels. We had talked about that in our stream earlier today. And we've been talking about pricing levels since all morning, guys. We delivered the VIP tape to our members there, and we floated that to them, dealing with pricing targets up in here. Then we ended up the stream in the afternoon talking about these pricing targets, and that was just real crucial. Talking about these pricing targets. So, that was something that everyone was able to kind of hear and experience. And yeah, I'm just glad that everyone was exposed to these pricing targets before, and in terms of me being asked about SNL, Saturday Night Live, what's it going to do, just being able to ask, the question is I guess okay, but me being able to answer it is maybe a different question, because I didn't want to necessarily just comment on SNL. That's not exactly, I don't think we could build that into the context of what we would anticipate to be like a fundamental or something like that. It could have been, but it's just, I guess it's so highly unpredictable. I went with the safe route, and wanted to be able to make sure that people understood, like, can you get to this level? And I'll just state that, could you get to the level of retracement that we were let me do that, that level of retracement down to, whatever was represented by the Fibonacci's. And we're very true to Fibonacci. We try and master that as much as we possibly can, because those are our pricing targets. Okay, and that's let me try and delete that. There we go. Those are our pricing targets. So this right here is that, that is the essential nature of what we're trying to accomplish, is to get in at the right price. So no, we don't like the fall off in price. No, we don't like that at all. We don't want anyone's value to decrease at all. We're very, very cognizant of the fact that that's very uncomfortable for people, and we hope you're doing okay. People who have decided to hold through this process, it's very uncomfortable. If you can't deploy more cash, if you're in a cash position, and if you're just kind of stuck and you're holding and you're hoping it goes up, it's very uncomfortable. It's just very uncomfortable, and I do recognize that. I'm very sensitive to that, and we just at this channel, guys, that may be a great place for you guys to hang your hat for a minute, because we focus a lot on keeping cash available at the lower levels. Okay, we just focus on that because we have dealt with a lot of people who've been stuck at the higher levels, and then they realize, oh, you're supposed to have money for maybe a lower level. Even when it drops, you can recapitalize and you can reinvest your money. And not advice at all, but just in terms of how things can go very positively, how they can go positively from a situation in terms of, well, you're dropping, but all of a sudden you have more cash. You have more cash. You're heavyweight. When I bring up a triangle, it's just the idea that the cash is more heavyweight on the lower levels, right? And doubling and tripling down in these levels. And we try and double, and we essentially start to triple and triple and triple the amount. So we've got heavy amounts of cash down here. That's just what we try and do, and as the strategy we try and deploy, because I don't know, because it just makes sense to not over-involve ourselves at the higher levels. If we talk about business, or we talk about economics, it's the demand curve is essentially at a lower price. We're going to have more demand. That's real easy, and that's what we try and do. We also capitalize on our possible percentage profits. Okay, in between, let's say the percentage between the 73 or 74 and $1. Again, guys, is about 35%. You make 35% up to $1. And the percentage gain from the 47, okay, from 47, this area hit our target that was exactly hit. Our 47 to $1 is going to be about 115%. Instead of 35%, we're looking at 115%. That's a pretty good trade. Kent, you talked about making kind of your trade. I'm not going to say you're not going to get a good. Now, Kent is a VIP alpha trader. He's focused on beating. It doesn't surprise me that he got in at 47 at all, because he is very much in tune with this, guys. He's a very good. Got quick hands. He's a good guy, and he's got quick hands. He's got a good trading focus on him. So that doesn't surprise me that he picked that up whatsoever. Not at all. So that's quick. And I would just say, a lot of people are looking for those trades of a lifetime. I won't say this is a trade of a lifetime. We just had the opportunity. We just experienced the same thing a few weeks back, and it was literally picking it up at 20 cents, right? So people who were live or in around my circle within that key frame, then it was 20 cents then. So now we're picking it up at 47 cents. So we're at a double from there. So that's just that's the nature of this. We may be at who knows, maybe we'll be at 95 cents in another few weeks, and we'll be like, whew, we had to hold on from that $1.15. Are you guys okay? I know it's a big drop from $1.15 to 95 cents, but I want you guys to know these are important. We'll have the same talk. We'll have the same kind of discussions, and maybe we'll be at $1.15 to 95 cents. We'll all be holding on like we can do this. It's like at some point we've been doing this. We've been going up in price. So yeah, that should give you some reassurance wherever you guys are at. It's I don't know, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We appreciate having all you. Just shout out to James Bond. Just shout out to Overkill Marine in the house. What's up, Overkill? Um, Hey, way to go! I appreciate the update on your trade. You bought in at 49. Not bad. All right, we got some guys. Yes, yes, yes. We got some guys, some VIPs in the house that bought in at lower prices. You bought the dip. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. I like to hear this stuff. Very good. Very well done, guys. Overkill Marine in the house. Um, that's good. We got Omer. Omer is very good. Omer, very nice. Let's see what you got. Sold at 56, bought back at 51. All right, you sold at 56. Good, good, brother. Good. You got a little action on there. I like to see that. I like to know our. Yeah, I love that, huh? That's good, huh? Sold at 56 and bought back at 51. Good, good. I like to see that, brother. Good. You swing trading that, huh? Very good job. Omer in the house, a VIP in the house. David Sweet. Well, that was a fun ride. Hey, David, what's up, brother? David Sweets at VIP. Yeah, that was, you would normally have, it's funny, you can say, like, normally have to pay for stuff like that. And it's funny if you're buying the dip and you're making money on it. It's like, no, we're paying for it. But, essentially the idea is to make money on it. So, yeah, nice to have you in the house, David. That was, yeah, that's a comment. That was funny, huh? That was a fun ride. Cowboy hat on. Very funny. Very good. Another VIP. Good to have you back. Good to have you here. So, let's see what we got and get back in. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you're trying to swing that. I'm reading through some of your information here, and let's see what we got. Yeah, I like that by James Bond, telling people to secure your investment and your identity. Absolutely. As we look at things, and yeah, those of you who are new to the channel, we'd love to have you join as members. We have a good group. We just put together a Twitter list. We're going to put together a Twitter list survey for our VIPs, and yeah, we may have, I don't know, we put a list together for the VIPs, maybe a list if you guys want for base camp. Whatever you guys want to do, we'll put those together and allow you guys to chit chat and keep up to date, and we'll be able to do phone calls and space phone. What are they called? Space phone calls. They're called like spaces, or like space phone calls on Twitter. They're really cool. You just you can have like a group dynamic, like a live chat with everybody, and talk about issues or pricing targets, whatever we want to talk about. So I'm really looking forward to being able to do that. And Twitter is a real slick program. And if you guys have any aversion to Twitter, I think that everything's been smoothed over from anything that may have happened. So yeah, let's see. We got AJ Crypto. Thank you for the alert. He says sold at 64 and bought when the price triggers hit at 54, 51, and 47. Look at that, huh? Love that, huh? That is beautiful, huh? You did that, AJ Crypto, huh? Yes, that is awesome. That is VIP AJ Crypto in the house talking about. Thanks for the alert. He sold at 64 and bought when price target triggers hit at 54, 51, and 47. That is beautiful. That is just beautiful. 54, 51, and 47. That's awesome, brother. Way to go. Way to go. Really appreciate that update. And that's just that's phenomenal. Just phenomenal work. That's VIP heavy hitting stuff right there, guys. You guys are doing a good job. Good job. That's really great. Congratulations. Very good. Very good. You guys have got some stiff competition here, guys. You want to know what kind of group we got? Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, we got a good group. There's a reason you guys are here. It's nice to have you guys here, and it's a privilege to be able to bring you this environment here on YouTube. I think it is one of the strongest trading groups that I've kind of seen around that is aggressively involved in things. And yeah, great job. So from Australia to Argentina, our special Argentina contingent. Yeah, I want to see Vamos, what's going on? Now we got Emily. Emily, how are you? Tell me what's going on with these Robinhood, with your orders there. Let's talk about the different orders. What's going on? You're welcome, AJ Crypto. I'm glad you're learning and that it's sinking in. Let's see. I appreciate that so much, Omer. Best investment I made by becoming VIP. That's awesome, brother. I'm really glad that you're plugged in like that, and we're able to go through these issues. That means a lot right there. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna do a screenshot of that. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Thank you, guys. And let's see what we have. Let's see. Hi, hi. So yeah, thank you guys for the compliments. That's really nice. That means a lot in terms of just validation, and thank you guys because hey. I mean, I know you guys, you hustle at your. I mean, you get into trading and you just love it. You got. I mean, you just. I mean, that's it. You get into trading and you start to see though. The nice thing is when you see a dip like this, I mean, you start to see this as an immediate opportunity. When I mean, you're rushing in. I mean, I have these. Look at this. It's like a billboard here, right? It's like billboard. I mean, look at this. All this action, like entry question mark. This is from our this is from our stream. This was I mean this afternoon, earlier on today. I mean, come on, look at this. We might as well put up a billboard, right? It's like how much more can I direct your focus into this kind of stuff? You know, it's just at some point you're just like these lines are here. We had stacked cash, etc. So you know, in terms of how this was put together, it's just we you know we had these blue lines, which they're not really easy to see right now, but those blue lines. Those blue lines were exactly what we, excuse me, exactly what we had come up with. So yeah, look at the precision, guys. That's just phenomenal. That is exactly what we want to bring to you guys. And there were some people that were having a problem getting into to the VIP. I think one of our friends in Argentina was having trouble with getting into the VIP because I don't know, something weird with the computer wouldn't allow her to upgrade. James Bond, I don't know if you could get with Argentina Desert Stuff was having an issue with getting into VIP. So if we could help her out, that would be phenomenal. She is a wonderful, beautiful, spirited person, and we would just like to be able to help her get into VIP. She really wants to join you guys, and yeah, she definitely belongs there. So, I mean, it's just you know, anyone that's in the group that wants to trade and do well, it's a great place to hang out, and you guys will have fun with those spaces. Go ahead, let's do some shout outs to people if we've got anyone involved in here. If you could do the kingdom, type in the kingdom, scroll down and go here to you'll have to select go to the kingdom. Okay, you'll be the kingdom. You have to select go to the kingdom, and it's at THEKINGDOM. Go ahead and hit the follow, and go ahead and hit you know, send a tweet if you can. Send a tweet and copy me, or reply to something and just put, you know, test, and let me know who you are. Let me know what your handle is on YouTube here, particularly. I mean, if you guys that are VIPs, and I'll put you on the list server there, and we will excuse me, we'll get involved in that. And sorry, I have allergies. I've been jogging today out in the wonderful polluted wonderful polluted pollen air. So yeah, it's not ideal, but it does give me an exercise, so that's okay. Would like to know how Lars is doing. Our other Soho Trader X, where are you? Jeff Arnett, David, we talked to you. Just different people. Nikaya, what's going on? Marion, where are you? Paul Watson, what's going on? I want to say J Bags, Longo, where are you guys? What's going on? Daniel Arant, James Bond. We got you, James Bond. Jay, what's cooking? Crypto HQ. Emily, it's nice to have you here, Emily, as always. Keon, what's going on? Want to hear updates? Nico, Val, Danico. Omer is in the house. Aussie. The dude abides. What's going on, dude abides? And Shannon. Shannon, where are you at? What's going on? Gabrielle, where are you? Marcus, Wow K, Martin J. Martin J. Basecamp, okay. Jeremy Bullock, Terrence 260, Asian 7, okay. Adam Beach, Beyond the Badlands. Guys, these are all VIPs. I want to know where you guys are at. I'm calling you out. I want to know. Marcos Queros, Suto, how's is it morning yet over in Greece? I hope so. Shuma, Tope in Basecamp. Let's go back to some VIPs. VIP J, Suave, how's it going? Daryl Miner, what's going on? Amor, what's up? Overkill Marine, I know is in the house now. Samuel Scores, what's the word? And Don Patterson, what is going on? And on top of that, we do have, you know, Bent Frog, Jellica, guys, what's going on? We got these VIPs, Matt. I want to know, you know, we got back to Kent and Lars. So that's the group, guys. We got a little over 40 VIPs that are trading the heck out of this. And I mean trading heavily into this. So it's nice to see this. When this is heading down, I'm like, we're about to make some money. You know, it's just, I get excited about it because I know you guys are just going to deploy into it and hit heavily. into it. So it's nice. It's nice to have these discussions. Like, can you enter into here? What's going to happen with these kind of highlighted, and it becomes kind of crucial. In terms of the amounts of of potential money that can be made. And you can look in the short term. When you start to look at the short term, you guys want to flip this quickly. You want to make your whatever percentage it is very quickly. The good news is you're at a level now, at a lower level, where the same increase in the amount, okay, is going to be a different percentage down here. Say if this is a stagnant increase in the amount, it's going to be a different percentage, a larger percentage, than if this same amount were entered into at a higher level or achieved at a higher level. So already you're at a higher position, and you guys are seeing it. It's nice to kind of experience that for a minute, because we haven't really experienced that. We've kind of been there for it seems like we've been for a minute, kind of wondering about I don't know, wondering about how high are we going to go? How much longer will this specific trend last? We've kind of been through those discussions here for a minute. So it's kind of nice that that has occurred. Let's get into the little nooks and crannies of a little bitty Head and Shoulders, because sometimes they'll work out. Not all the time, but sometimes a little inverse Head and Shoulders will want to work out and could just make this a beautiful little day, guys. That could be a beautiful little day for us as we look at starting the day with the VIP video on retracements. I'll tell you, not everyone needs all that information. I like to try and present it if I can to the group that's kind of signed up and say, yep, it's a perk when they're directly on. And we were directly on with some of these earlier today, just as spot on as we were here. And that's just it's nice, isn't it? Just to have the right figures, because a lot of times you don't have the right figures. If we can't find the right figures, we can't do anything. So it's just important to have just to be on our A game as much as we can. That's the bottom line. Let's just stay in that A game if we can. And let's see what we have here. Let's see if we have here now. So there's a complication. You see, as you draw your Head and Shoulders, you always want to just understand, what's it going to take to really form this Head and Shoulders. See, now you're seeing, well, at this Head and Shoulders, you would need to essentially, like, wow, just because of the neckline. Now, if we drop the neckline into here, that's a little better. There we go. Thankfully, did you guys see that? And we draw the neckline into here. Take a good look at this if you can on the chart here. I'll zoom in so you can take a good picture of how this Head and Shoulders, and that's the right shoulder. You see the head, you see the left shoulder. You can see how this works in terms of the distribution of the neckline. If we assume this to be the neckline, boy, we've got some problems. It's just like we have to get all the way up here to effectuate and achieve that, right? Now, if we adjust the neckline down to this area, just a little slight okay, because otherwise, look at this, look at the ray up to the right. Do you see how that extends? Yeah, if we're up in here, the slope of the neckline is such that we cannot. The slope of the neckline is such that we cannot, just to reach that point, it's like, to even get to the point where we could achieve a trajectory. Now, if we lower this, watch this slope come down here. Watch the slope right here come down. As we do this, watch the slope start to come down. You see that on the right-hand side? Yeah. Watch that on the right-hand side. Watch over here as we drop this, as we drop the overall necklines right there. You see that? The overall neckline. It completely adjusts this percentage that has to be achieved to potentially complete that Head and Shoulders. The neckline becomes a lot more reasonable. Now this one can also move. Okay, that one can also move. The further in that it goes, essentially the further out that this is, the easier it gets, or out in this direction. I would just say it's a little bit. It's a little bit of a something to work with. Okay, it will require more of you essentially on the rebound move before you try and accomplish this. Like in the shorter time period that you're working in, typically it can be easier. But as that overall projection gets further attenuated, it becomes maybe at least requisite of more time. So right now the target to get up here is in and around this level. You've got to accomplish that. To think about, and as we zoom out, you'll kind of see, but you have to think about that. You've already got to get pretty far up there to think about this even being a Head and Shoulders. And on the 3-minute time frame, I'm not crazy about heads and shoulders. So you guys know that from our stream earlier today. They don't have to be perfectly formed. They do not have to be perfectly formed. The fact that this represents, it's not textbook, I'll say, and it could formulate into a lot of different things that we don't, some things that we want to discuss, some other triangulations that maybe we don't want to discuss. Some things are popular, some things are not popular. So that's just as we look at things. That's right now it's a nice time to just focus on our pricing targets, and we had those phenomenally well drawn out. So yeah, those were our pricing targets that hit. So good job, huh? Yeah, very good job. That's not off the book. That's not off the shelf. That's anyone else. That's just that's raw human computing power, pretty much. That's what we were able to achieve. So good work, guys. For all you too. I mean, you guys, we do a lot of work on the channel, etc. And then I know you guys are busy. You guys are trading. I know you're busy. I know you're putting together a lot of work. I know that's quite a bit of information. So in drawing this out, you got a picture of kind of the difference of what would be required, and looks like it could do that, huh? Wouldn't that be nice? That just wants to spurt up for a minute. That'd be nice for all those of you who got picked up. Yeah, that'd be nice to see a little bit of appreciation in the price action. See if you could get back into a feeling, where you're hitting, where all cylinders are go, where you guys where you're doing well. That would be nice. It'd be very nice. You're about 20% up from your entry spot. If people losing money, you're up 20%. That's all right. That's all right. That's not bad at all. Good job, guys. Good work. Definitely good work. And let's see what we got. Let me show. Be cool to do an emoji. If you guys have any requests for emojis, let me know what those emojis are. We do emojis. So I'll put a rocket there just for fun. We'll do a little emoji. I don't know. We'll put some Doge. Why not? Doge. We'll put these. And then we'll put, I just feel like doing some emojis. Twitter. You guys follow us on Twitter. Okay. And the Twitter is at, I'm going to do, what is it? www. Let's just do, we're going to be at the Kingdom. Kingdom. There we go. Kingdom. There we go. At the Kingdom. You guys follow us there. Jellica, nice to see you, Jellica. I was just talking about you. Didn't know what was going on, where you were. It's really great to see you again. And yeah, welcome back to the Crypto Kingdom. And your VIP privileges are in effect. I hope you saw all the pricing targets this morning. And yeah, I think I've seen you earlier today. So Kent wants to know if 56 would be a good out. Yeah, well, Ken, I mean, what is you're gonna just, I guess, question what you want to achieve, So let me see what I've got. This is I know you guys are interested in that threshold. Okay, you want to know what is that exit price? The threshold. You want hey, as much as you're discovering the newer levels on the way down. I don't know what you've done during the day. I don't know what your day has looked like. If you're trying to achieve, another 10%, that's one thing. If you got 2 or 3 10% on the day, you've had a good day. Maybe that's going to affect your ability, or if you've got trades lined up. I don't know if you need your cash for another trade, to tell you the truth. If you're trying to hit something before the morning, you got 2 or 3 trades up for then. You've got your timing intervals. That's where when people ask me, like, what's the exit right now? Well, it depends on the velocity of the price. It depends on how things change. It depends on what you have lined up, how this trade computes with all your other trades going on. That's a very kind of personal deal that you get into. Of that's a big deal. So that's a very real involved question. Now, technically, we can look at that, but how long this will take to get where it's going? Is there an answer? Yeah, there's probably an answer to the extent that that's going to compromise any other positions that people may have in their portfolio or their overall strategy. That's just not my place to really say. So it's just not. And I rather kind of see things take effect and kind of watch the price action do really well. I'd like to watch it do well to the upside or downside. When it starts to just frustrate sideways, those are situations where it's tough. It's difficult just to sit there and watch the paint dry, right? So during that time, typically we're looking for other trades. Typically, we talked, for instance, Matic was one that we put up on the board Matic was one that we put up on the board just recently, just something, just to kind of look at, what it was, and you guys will see, whatever that is. Now let's look at Matic. You guys want to see that? Wow, huh? Wow, that's an interesting little hitch there. Now we knew people that got out from VIP that got out right here, huh? Yeah, got it right here. So that's a great line for me to have drawn, huh? Already, huh? Why doesn't that just act like the support? That's nice. When you look back at the chart, and it's like, why is that? Well, because that's the support which had to form. Right now, I drew that line there earlier, and it had to do that. But yeah, that's a good trade for people. You guys got in. I think right there was when we sent that out. You're up 25% if you took that trade. That's over a period of 2 days. So 2 days, you're up 25%. You've got some fake out here. Yeah, that's okay. You didn't have to pay attention to that. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But look at how well that has performed. Just on the whole, that's a nice little performance there on Matic, right? So I don't know if you guys are involved in this or that. I mean, this may be high right now, guys. This may be high. You may have missed the sweet spot. I know Lars already cashed out on this. We had a few people that cashed out on that already. So that's just another trade opportunity, right? In terms of what this could have been, what it was. But I'm not the guy to talk about now how does this fit in with the expectation of where your next trade fits in. So that's some complicated. I go through those nuances with people as I talk to them, and I kind of gauge how receptive they are in terms of putting together different types of trades. And until we kind of know what other trades they're doing, I bring up, like, to people, do they like to review like sheets in the morning? I mean, people look at different trade opportunities. People want to click around all day long. Like, does anyone print out sheets? Is anyone into like printing out sheets and scheduling up the trades? Sounds like a lot, print out 10 pieces of paper and sit there and make some notes on it or do something. There's nothing wrong with that. Looks like we may be, if we can get a nice trajectory to the upside here, that'd be really nice. Like to see that. If we can just recoup this entire amount, I'd say this is that's looking pretty strong. It doesn't have to accomplish, but if it can just get us a little, just go ahead and, everybody just, thump on your computer screen or on your phone, see if you can get that to go up. Just hit that thing with it. If you can just hit that and see if you get it to go up for you, that'd be nice. I don't know if that's going to work, but you never know. You're pushing buttons all day long on the phone to put in orders. Maybe we never think of that. Just hit it. Just do something with it. But you guys did a good job. AJ Crypto still in Matic, huh? Wow, nice one, huh? I know some other people who are still in Matic. That's a heck of a little. That's a heck of a little jolt, huh? AJ Crypto's got hands of steel. That's very interesting. Good job, AJ Crypto, and it worked out well. You took a swing of what? You took a swing of 15% during that. Just wham, huh? Matic's got a lot of price action to the up and down side. We just caught it back over here at the high side. So I don't know what you got, hands of steel, brother. You let that play out. I don't know if we've broken this breakout. I mean, can you break a breakout? I don't know. I really don't know. It's just this is it's a wild trajectory. I'll just tell you that. So it's a wild chart too. I mean, this is a wild chart as we look at Matic. I wouldn't bring it up except for the fact. Can you look at that? That's the price action. Yeah, that's a wild chart, guys. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. So we'll see what it wants to do. But that 90 is I got that not financial advice like parked here. That's an interesting one. It's achieved a lot since here. The previous gain on this, guys, so within 3 days, what was it? 3 days it went up. 3 days it went up 150% in 3 days. So we're watching it to see if this breakout can be the equivalent on a scale that could achieve essentially up to like a 70 to 80% is theoretically possible. Now that there's some glitches in here. We talked about the exposure is definitely gauged heavily gauged to where it's just an enjoyable trade to kind of hang out and watch. So yeah, that's just the truth. Just kind of see what's going on with Matic, and there's probably some other. It's nice because we talked about it earlier today, and it's in the green. I don't know if it can stay there, but we did. We talked about that earlier today, and Not much is in the green. Pirates in the green. But Matic, if Matic can get some different attention, it could be one of those ones that just swoops up and decides to over impress. It had some strong, like I said, 150%, guys, in just 3 days. Was it 2 3 days? Yeah, yeah, 3 days. Yeah, 150% essentially. So yeah, real strong move that it made. We're keeping an eye on it because it has strong price action, meaning the percentage it's willing to fly up is really impressive and really impressive. So so is Dogecoin. That's why we're with Dogecoin. That's why we enjoy trading Dogecoin. It's not just it's not just the memes. It's not just all all the Elon hype, etc. A lot of it is the price action. So we have enjoyed very much being a part of this price action and bringing people real solid indicators. And you guys can see, is that on the other chart that I've got? I have this yellow line parked in here, this yellow dotted line on my other chart. So that's from several videos ago. You guys have seen this level for a long time here. That struck perfectly here. From a while back. That's been on, several videos in addition to the one from this afternoon. So that shouldn't have been a secret to anybody in terms of this pricing target that we had, this 47-cent mark. So that's very nice. AJ Crypto still in Matic. Let's see, Marianne, good to see you. 7:30 a.m. on the moon is not here anymore. That can mean I can see it in the evening, night. That's nice. That's nice. I hope so, Marianne. I hope so. Looking at the moon, huh? Dogecoin's supposed to go to the moon. Now, are you going to break out of the head and shoulders, Dogecoin? What are you going to do for us? Go ahead and break that neckline and show us something, huh? Do us something impressive if you could. That'd be nice. Now, we got a show going on. You got to perform for us. You got to do something. Let's see what we got. Earlier analysis helped. I'm glad earlier analysis helped. And yeah, it's going higher again. Okay, yeah, keep us up to date. It's a wildfire, like James Bond. Matic is a wildfire. It is a wildfire, don't you think? That's a good way to put it, James Bond. It literally is a wildfire. You better control that sucker. Have some protective equipment if you go into that trade. You may need some. So you may need to throw on the what do you call that? The Nomex, huh? The fireproof, right? Then throw on that Nomex. Get your suit on and get in there, kid. Expect you to do a good trade. I don't know what kind of hands of steel you have, but yeah, that's gonna be quite a story you're gonna have after that one. So yeah, that's nice. That's funny. That's good. That's a good way to look at things. So we just don't know. And we have a few greens at the top. Let's just kind of see what they want to do. It won't just at whatever level. I just like to think like it won't harm anybody. It's worth it to be around people who are looking at good opportunities and trading well. And people are understandable enough. It's at some point, at some level, it's just, the whole market's down. So if you can find a way to be up at all and you're involved in anything, that's kind of nice. There's nothing wrong. No one ever, No one ever went broke getting paid, right? So, unless you don't get paid enough. So, that's kind of the philosophy. Let's see what this wants to do. We got the right shoulder, left shoulder, and the head kind of siphoned out. It looks like it wants to break down, but it does this. It fakes people out, and it wants to do whatever it wants to do. If it can go up, it would just be phenomenal. I mean, it would be phenomenally rare also that it just wants to crawl back up. Everyone's going to be like, come on. This moment will probably get people right here at the 55, like Kent and everybody else. It'll probably get a lot of people that are in the position of 47. It just probably will, because it's the shape of it. It's looking like a, it's just looking like it wants to kind of misbehave, in terms of it doesn't look like a bullish, it's not exactly a bullish project while it's doing that, Let's look at. Let me type something in real quick. I'm going to try and pull up a equivalent if I can. It would be nice if we could just view this as a let's see. I don't know. It's kind of a one-off event that could occur from this side. We don't mind as much if this is going to occur and roll into this side. So it's trying to exhibit some bullish behavior, but it's doing so in the context right now of, you know, kind of what we would call a, let's just do this. We would probably call this an ascending triangle. I don't think that, let's see here, I think that's fine. And I just don't see, I don't know, it's just, it's not bad, but at the same time, it's just, I'm not sure it's showing us exactly what we need to see. So let's do that, and let's go ahead and draw this out so we can kind of appreciate more or less. So you got a head and shoulders kind of fit into an ascending triangle. It's a triangulation for sure. If it could hold the triangulation, and if it could decide, we could have. And you know, guys, as you look at the head and shoulders pattern, I think you'll be able to learn a little something. Typically, the head and shoulders pattern. This is the idea of a head and shoulders, right? It's that, and this is kind of abbreviated to where we can essentially see this quite well. You know, I think that's nice for us to be able to kind of see the whole notion of you know, an ascending triangle. Typically, it'll come in something like this. You'll approach it from this angle. You'll start to consolidate within, and once you've consolidated within, you'll let me find my scuba mask. Okay, I say scuba mask because it looks like a scuba mask. So typically, like an ascending triangle, you can go in kind of a channel formation, and you'll go in and you'll consolidate, and it's bullish. Okay, you've got slightly, you know, it's at least stabilized line of resistance, and when you have kind of the bulls are coming up and achieving higher lows, right? So typically that'll be a bullish pattern. It'll extend to the upside. So we've got from this downward level on up to the run through after the consolidation within the internal kind of triangulated pattern. That's the notion. So, you know, the head and shoulders is a decent kind of overlay for that right now, given this, given the, you know, kind of the dynamic involved. It's almost like a reverse pennant, really, as you look at the formation of it. We're in the 3 minute. A lot of patterns form in the 3 minute and don't take off. But the reason the reason we like it is because a lot of patterns do form. We're able to discuss those in the context of other patterns or expectations, and that's that's just a way for us to how do we say? It's a way for us to just to kind of go through the kind of the benefits of some patterns, how they're reasonably expectable, or how we would expect them to reasonably kind of take form, take shape, which ones kind of receive priority, what are the pitfalls of one versus the other. So that's that's what we would look at. We'd look for, you know, potentially a breakout here, and yeah, we handle these all the time. So you know, for instance, and I try and show these to people who are having trouble, you know, to getting in. You can kind of see just some basics that we cover on delivery of content to the VIP. So as we look at this, you know, this is an example of like a bull pennant, okay, and then we sent that first of all. Within 20 or 30 minutes, it broke out. Here we've got the bull pennant as well, and the breakout as evidence. So within 20 or 30 minutes, this triangulation decides to kind of take off. So, you know, we do these on the smaller level here. We don't expect them. I'll just tell you, we do not expect them when we trade these on the breakout, essentially. But we don't expect them to be as consistent on like the 3 minute time frame, guys. It's not these. There's a lot more variability in the 3 minute time frame. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. Wow, that jog this morning. I keep referring to that. It's already like midnight. I'm like, I must be tired from that jog this morning. It's like maybe because we've been hustling all day long and trying to do good things, but keep people up to date and informed, because it's been kind of a wild day I'd say it's been a wild day. That would seem like a wild time, a wild day, and that seems like another kind of wild day, a wild time of the day. So yeah, that's been a little bit stiff, but a little bit steep. As we look at that, the overall drop was about 33%. So great discount. A lot of people in at a great discount. That's the benefit of it. People want to talk about, well, it went down. It's a bad deal, but yeah, people got in at a great discount, and I don't remember listening to the opportunities to listen into people talking about something that was a great discount. So I appreciate that opportunity to hear that from you guys, etc. Reinforce this idea of buying low, selling high, buying the dip, right? And don't get wrecked. Don't have all your cash in at the top, guys. It's real easy. Don't get wrecked. Don't have all your cash in at the top. It's not. It usually doesn't work out very well. So let's see what we got. I like that. Do you ever count the number of red or green candles? I do when they're significant. Yeah, absolutely. That's interesting. You would say that, AJ. AJ Crypto VIP in the house. Where's our Argentinian connection? I want to know. Really want to see Argentinian. Where are you? Where are you? She's in the house somewhere. I want to see what she's doing. Let's see. There we go. And what else we got? What else we got? There's Adam. I waited for a top to form on the 3-minute candle chart. There were 4 straight candles that topped at 57. So I took that as the momentum slowing. Yeah, that's yeah, that works. Absolutely. Yeah, we covered that. When did we cover that? On the yeah, there we go. That's good work, bro. That's brother man, that's good, huh? See this? That was the kind of a potential exit of that portion here at the 21% that we got from the bull pennant, which we brought to you at in the what was that, in the VIP kind of lounge here within the back door of the channel. So yeah, I appreciate that you were able to achieve that. Very well done. And yeah, that's just that's exactly what we achieved here, right? The decision to proceed is yours. Just kind of frustrating sideways. So yeah, that's it's just it's a slow in the velocity. The velocity is slowing down. So yeah, that's not wrong at all. That's a nice way to approach that. Good job. Adam's got kind of hot hands. He does a good job. So yeah, definitely. And there she goes, Z. She's tired. Desert stuff is tired. Sorry about that. I wish you weren't tired. Huh? I wish you weren't tired, but I understand. That's okay. I know it's later there in Argentina. That's true. Yeah, it is late there. It's okay to be tired. Eat well, sleep well, and take care of those relationships outside of the market, and try and just treat other people good as well as you can. Try and create positivity. I always say that. Try and understand other people's. Have some empathy, and yeah, just you know, I don't know. There's good people and bad people, and try and be the best person of the good people if you can. That's not always easy, but I think you guys can do it. Seems like you're geared towards that. So let's see. Buy the Doge dip. Yep. Bam. What do we got with James Bond? Not everyone has James Bond in their community, guys. That's good. I like that a lot. I like the wildfire on Matic, the Matic wildfire. It's just funny, huh? Because it gives a character to the whole set of like some of these others. It's just a wildfire. It's funny. So Doge is leading the crew in terms of like its drop off, but it's probably got more potential at this level to drop off than any of the other ones because it can turn up tomorrow and be up 50%. I don't know what you guys think, but it's very plausible. What do you guys think? I mean, it's very plausible that tomorrow Doge could just literally be up. I don't want to say 50%. I'm not going to say that. Obviously, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to look forward to possibly being able to get more at a lower level, honestly. If we could hit 39, if I could get in at 39 right now, how could I not like that? It's at 56. Are you kidding me? If I could get in at 39, yeah, of course. I mean, you're saying like if I could buy it right now at 39 and be able to sell it at 56, that's what I'm talking about, guys. The value of it right now is 56. Could I buy it at 39? That'd be great. So, in between that idea and it actually going to 39, everyone freaking out. No, we can't, we don't want it to go to 39. Well, come on. At some point, it's like, I don't either. But you have to understand the value of a discount and buying something low. And you don't want to get too aggressive with it. It would just represent a closeout of the entirety of the situation. I did say on the other one, no matter what we did, it would be nice to maintain this level. You guys heard that on my earlier stream this afternoon, is that I wanted to maintain this level and not completely close shop. So it's nice to see this kind of working up in terms of this triangulation right here. And if we're going to throw if we're going to throw a head and shoulders on it, we could do that, but it would be nice to see it. It'd be really nice to see some positive price action because it's kind of competing. It is wedging into that. If you guys look at that, it's fulfilling that pattern so fully. So that's a pretty good indication that if it goes, maybe it'll go back right up into the channel. And if it does that, then we're back up in business. Would love to see that. That would be very nice to see that. Maybe you just calculated to come pick up a bunch of guys, I don't know who had orders down at 47. You have to say, guys, if literally the market makers is going to come down and pick you guys up in this group when we come up with a pricing target at 47, we've got a big responsibility here, okay? Because I don't know who all else is literally doing this. So that's a big concession by the market maker if he's going to do that for you. That's we got a good group, I'll tell you that much. If that's what's going on, because it's been consistent, right? It's been very good. That's nice. Yeah, appreciate that. Um, let's see what we got. And yeah, you guys know, no, it's not financial advice. It's just as much as I can kind of teach, and we can all learn from each other if we can create a kind of a good group environment and do the best that we can. That's the best we can come up with. So it's not always perfect, and people aren't perfect. I'll say that much, and no one here at the channel is, and we don't expect any of you to be either. But the more we can understand everybody and get involved with kind of good stuff, we just we're looking forward to the possibility of just, I don't know, everybody doing very well from at kind of every different juncture that the pricing presents to us or that the market presents to us. It's just, yeah, if we can create those dynamics where we're all kind of thriving in whatever I don't know, environment, that whatever curveball we get thrown at. That's positive. That's what we want to do. So let's just watch this unfold, guys. This is nice little part of the price action as we work into this triangulation. We want to see how this unfolds. Now, I don't want to say it's going to push. The problem with these at lower time frames, it'll push. And you're like, oh really? Oh well. And then you're going to turn into that. We don't want to turn into that, right? So this is the problem with something at a lower time frame. It's good instant action, so you can enjoy watching it and kind of learning in terms of what the triangulation can. It's an ascending triangle, okay, with a real kind of a real kind of potential to it, possibly on a larger time frame if it's had more time to develop. But you just get into some different complications with it even being like, technically if it's a continuation pattern that wants to head lower now, it's kind of in a we would have preferred it to see on a bullish nature. We would have preferred to see it coming from a bull trend and kind of spiraling up and going on out instead of this and it potentially pouring out. So that would be if it's a classical continuation pattern. Now it can turn into, potentially it could have turned into, you would say, a head and shoulders in here, right? That's already kind of formed. We would have expected to hopefully see that, and we're not necessarily seeing that. So we didn't see the thrust of the upside. Not a whole lot gained, if at all, by waiting between here and here for that to occur in terms of that head and shoulders. And really, as you start forming head and shoulders, that could have been a head and shoulders here. We could have had another one right here, essentially. So as you look at that, small shoulders, that's fine. But as you look at that, it becomes, this is the reason why you don't always want to draw your technical charts out, your chart formations on these smaller time frames. It's just difficult. It's difficult, and it's not always textbook. Whatever that is, it's just not necessarily textbook. So yeah, I'd be surprised if some people don't get involved a little bit as they start looking at what's up. I'm not sure if that wants to form a bull flag. Just some different options to kind of look into. Maddox doing well. What is this? Pirate? You guys heard of Pirate? It had some good price action. For me, I'm not real concerned with a lot in terms of, I want to get through something that's offered on a decent exchange, but then I want to see some price action. This had hit its recent, it's got decent price action. It had hit its 618. It's kind of reestablished itself along the 50% retracement, and it really hasn't gulched down with the rest. So that's ARRR. I just wanted to look at that a while back and see what it was potentially going to do. But you have to watch for these retracements because it's probably going to want to retrace after this, which means go down soon. Ethereum's doing okay. It's at 39.20. Bitcoin is a little bit in the red at 58, 56. Boy, it's nice to be there, guys. That's a great sign for all of us that it's at 56, 53. That's a huge sign for everybody. That's a beautiful, beautiful price for Bitcoin. If you guys are involved in Bitcoin or just involved in Doge or something else, it's a beautiful sign for the market right now. It's a very strong price, extremely strong price for Bitcoin, and that's kind of the market leader. So congratulations to everybody holding your altcoins right now. It looks like you're in good shape. It seems like we're red right now, but we have red, we have green, we have different days. We try and stay green in the red. You guys know that. That's the idea. Is like you can have red, you can have green, but we got to stay green in the red, right? That's our goal. So, this is where you get into, is this really worth, is it really worth the triangulation? We have to kind of get into that and the head and shoulders. People want to call these out when we're dealing with the technicals, and that's okay. We're dealing with the technicals. People want to know, essentially, kind of, you want to be able to use technicals. I prefer to use and just fall back on the Fibonacci's. And Fibonacci's essentially now, these blue lines are carryovers from the previous sections. And again, you have to know how to draw your Fibonacci's, guys. I don't know that these were the Fibonacci levels on anybody else's. So you'd have to exclude the portions I excluded. If you looked at this, what is excluded is all this channel work from before here, right? So yeah, all that channel work from before there is excluded. So yeah, that is something. If we can't hold this channel at all, in terms of this, the entirety of this, I'd say over the previous 5 days, I would hope that this holds. I would just say I would, it's a whole lot of price action for people to go through, us included, for us to trade all these things, and for it not to hold. Wow, that'd be something else, huh? I don't want that to occur. I don't see that as being the finality if it were to occur. But yeah, just you understand it's a plausible thing that could occur. So let's see, as we really do this, that's where you get into. You see the frustration of this. It's just it doesn't want to be in a triangulation. You see, so we can draw these out. People will point them out because you're looking for something. So some of you like to use the 3 hour. Some of you like to use the the different things. You'll get a different nature as the as these items progress. You'll get a different nature over time as they look. AJ, how you doing on your wildfire? Wanted to let you know how you're doing on your wildfire. He's like, I'm doing good. He's in that trade over there on the right. He's making money. I'm keeping an eye on that for you because I think that's funny. You guys are funny. Yeah. What do we got in the chat discussions? You guys join up on VIP if you can. That'd be great. Anyone who can't, if you got technical issues in their country, I'm going to try and fix that however we can. We're going to try and get you into whatever we can because it's a cool group, and I want you guys to feel very. We just got a lot of important people here. I just want to say that, and it's good enough. I mean, gosh, you guys have been investing in something that's really dynamically doing wonderfully. So yeah, y'all need to feel kind of esteemed and privileged, and essentially stuff like that. Look at those paw tracks. That's nice. Very, very nice. Beautiful. Let's see what we have here. Ebb and flow, like the tides of the moon. There you go, just like that analogy. Very nice. We got like those paw prints. Very, very nice. Let's see what we got. And yeah. Let me see. So you see why we don't want to just use the the chart formations. Now let's look at what this, how differently this looks. Let's go to the 30-minute right now. Okay, it's not even there at all. It's like it's not even remotely there. So like on a bull pennant like this, you get that feeling, right? You kind of feel that, right? No big deal. This here, this pennant breakout, yeah, you get the feeling here. This is on the 30-minute. On the 3-minute, we don't get any kind of feeling. We just have an upward trajectory. So that's not much of anything. So we always try and, I don't know, tread with caution. Yeah, I think we tread with caution. So let's look at this. It's so funny. We got a bunch of tired people. We've been talking with Argentina's in the house. She's tired. She's really exhausted. She's been training really hard. She's been training very hard. She's got her 2 books in right now, and she's just tired. She's got her 2 technical books from the University, what is it, the Institute of Finance, the New York Institute of Finance. It's all written in Spanish, and she's had enough. I think she's had enough. So I understand that, just that feeling. It's a lot. All those books and the trading and everything else. It's like, and then she can't get something to work. We're trying to get into VIP, and I'm just like, what are we gonna do? So we got to try and fix all that stuff. And yeah, it's not always easy. So life presents us challenges so we can beat them, right? And it's better if we beat them together, right? That's my big thing. Life is going to present us challenges, and we'll all have challenges. We'll all have kind of problems in the road, circumstances, detours, different problems, get stuck in the ditch, all different kinds of stuff, accidents here and there, whatever in life we'll have. But it's how we get through them and encourage each other. That's what changes your life ultimately. The people involved in those circumstances, etc. So yeah, that's just a little vote of confidence, because it's nice to see people doing well. We know that, and some people aren't doing well. And that's just the market. 95% of the people don't do well in the market that try and trade, or people who hold. Doge has been really nice. It's been very forgiving. The market maker's been coming to get orders all the time at our price targets. It's been very nice of him and them. Just the exchanges. We've been very highly accommodated amidst these drop-offs, these dips. Yeah, we're the group that's buying. I guarantee you, we're the group that's buying. You guys want to know who that group is? That would be us. This is looking interesting. So this is kind of looking interesting. Kind of getting more of a flavor of kind of like a compression here, which is which is nice. If that can take some shape, I do like those. Maybe on a smaller time frame. Maybe on a smaller time frame that works. We'll continue to watch that kind of develop, but it looks like at that 57, it's just not liking that 57. Break through that 57 if you can. That'd be great to see people, react. If you break through it, people will start probably buying. That's a funny thing. They don't want to buy now if it'll break through. I understand the resistance of it. That's fine, but we shouldn't have to always let it or require it to go up before we decide to buy into it. So let's see what we got. Just kind of slow price action, no problem. Just working back towards the top. We hit a severe level, which we had called out. That's the blue line is ours. That's our fib. And the group knows well that's what we do. We come up with those all the time. That's what we do. Like day in, day out, that's what we do. So it's nice when that works. Continues to work. Kind of a shooting off the other one. Hit here perfectly on this side, perfectly on that. Just a stutter step. This one, trying to reinforce that. Head on up a little bit. Let's watch price action, see what it does. Excuse me. So as we look at things, I don't know what else you guys are invested in, or what else you're. I don't know what you're. If you're solo Doge. Maybe you're solo Doge. There's a lot going on in the market right now for Bitcoin to be as high as it is. It's high, guys. Bitcoin has essentially. Let's take a little gander at Bitcoin. You said we're going to do this earlier. If we lose a lot of people from Dogecoin, we'll go right back over there. This is dictating your investments right now. I guarantee you in Dogecoin. So at least be fluent with it and be able to. What if Elon Musk wants to talk to you about Bitcoin? What are you going to do? No, no, we don't want to. But you guys know a little bit of something about it. This is looking nice. This right here is looking kind of nice. Now it could be if it condenses, if it can condense a little bit more, it can be nice and shoot up. If otherwise, if it's just a rising diagonal channel, that's a bearish pattern. So. Meaning it would fall out of that. But if it can just condense a little bit, tighten that up, that'll just show us that the program trading that sucker will be all right. So yeah, we'll look at that. We'll look back at anything else that's doing well. Let's look at Doge. The Doge. Back in the Doge. So there we go. Good price action to the downside. People getting picked up, and entry prices. People are already up 20% on this. If they want to take, if they decide to take right now, they're up 20%. People kind of wanting an answer on this, in terms of what's the price exit right here. I've been slow to deliver anything like that. And as I've been slow to deliver all that, you have regained your position of anything lost. So that's positive. It does take time to have those discussions, but I'm happy to have just the discussions of renewing, within you guys. The fact that you're smart guys. That your own tolerance. I don't know how much you guys are investing with. I don't know all those details for real, and that's not my business exactly. So sometimes you need to tell somebody something like that. That's okay. If you need to have somebody to bounce ideas off on, if you're doing well, you're playing too heavy, or you're doing really well, whatever it is, it's okay. Marcus, what's up, brother? VIP in the house. What's up, Marcus? Marcus, ADA, kicking it, right? Nice to see that, huh? And I'm just a positive fan of anything doing well. Good job. Kick it on up there. Beautiful. Roll with that. Just run it. See if you can run that, huh? Good job. That's okay. Good job. Needs to, doesn't it? Really, ADA's been hunting, just waiting. That's nice to see ADA getting some major cash. That's good. You guys see those notches up in ADA. Yeah, that's real nice to see that. Yeah, it's $2 soon in, what is that? In August. That's fine if it goes to 2. We catch it on the rebound if you're not a part of the price action. Depending on the price action, how quickly it goes up, you may either want to be a part of it or not. If it takes 2 years to get to $2, I don't really care about it too much. I just, that's how I am. I want to trade. I want to be involved in trades, constantly doing well, constantly doing something. My teak doing well. My teak's at 90. That's a run up. That's not bad. ADA at 170. Not bad. It was a 120 recently. Needed some price action. Thank goodness. So let's see. One about 12.5. What's V chain doing? Let's look at XRP is $1.50, $1.50. B chain's about 22. Let's see. Theta is about $12, 12 cents. Theta is probably one of the most developed ones in terms of technology, next to XRP potentially. ETC back down at 120. All right, and we'll go back to Doge. Yeah, go back to Doge. Yeah, looks like a pretty chaotic or violent kind of experience on Dogecoin this Saturday night and Sunday morning. That's just kind of to be expected. There's just a lot of volatility. The whole market tanked. Doge could have been the one to go to. For some reason, it kind of wasn't for a minute. Normally, it's been kind of the go-to. I guess different exchanges may have locked up for a little bit tonight, so that's maybe part of the scenario. And we'll see this little sucker here, this little pattern is trying not to form. It's just kind of hanging out there, like long enough. What does it want to do? Is it going to move? We'd appreciate some action. We are paying attention to you, so you will move. Don't let us sit here and just talk about you moving. Let's see some action, please. Marcus wants to check weekly charts. Do you mean the charts on the weekly? Like the weekly chart? Let's see. Like the weekly chart, or do you mean like you want us weekly to check the charts? Yeah, not real crazy about that, but we'll go ahead and try and do that just for purposes of comparison, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. Just be able to see what the technology can do and cannot do. Yeah, it hadn't been many weeks. Let's see. Yeah, it's good to have all you guys in the VIP. I'll just say that. And we're going to induct and welcome in at some point. We're going to need to help in anyone who can't get in for technology. I don't know, Bond, did you get with Desert Stuff? She definitely needs help on getting in. And we want to make sure she gets in. She's just a phenomenal girl. Really enjoyed getting to know her. She's a really phenomenal girl. So would like to make sure she gets in and she can communicate with everybody else. I think they would very much enjoy talking to her. So let's see. So I look at the price action. I'm also trying to look at those charts and see what's going on. We're not moving, too much. It's the same kind of deal. I guess if we're just achieving the support, a support and a resistance, we would say a future support based on the resistance. But right now, this is just turning into a circumstance where, like already get over the 50, 57 already. Where are you at? The 56.8? Just go ahead and get over it already. Just, I don't know. Look at that. Just go ahead and get over it already. Otherwise, it's, they're gonna take a lot of trades from people. That's what they're doing. They're setting up just to, they're just setting up to take people's cash right now. People are gonna think it's a stop. They're gonna go ahead and just sell, and then they'll get past the whole constraint argument and kind of the consolidation argument there, and people just say, well, they'll get worried about it. They'll just cash out. On the trade, which is, that's okay. If they do, it's not a bad move. Make 20% on your entry. That's okay. That's a good 19, 18. Yeah, that's not bad. 19%. It's okay. You do that 4 times. Well, you double your money, so that's okay. Not bad. Not too shabby. On heavier and heavier amounts of cash, multiples down below, covering on the upside. You're okay on that. That's okay. That makes sense. The math works out, at least. Not advice. Just mathematically interesting. I'll say that. It's not advisory. It's just I wonder if I could give mathematical advice. I don't know. I took advanced linear calculus and like a master's level when I was a freshman in college. Maybe I could do that. It's just mathematical advice. I don't know what could be more boring on the planet than mathematical advice. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Let me put hey, my pup's up. Let me see. God, we had such a cool day today at the park. We were at the park, and the guy that was former Chicago K9 HPD, big guy, probably 6'8" guy, and he was training. He had probably, I don't know, like 20 German Shepherds and pit bulls, and it was just wild to see the dogs. They were just lined up like cavalry, just walking, really, really well behaved, and to see all those dogs just walking and really well trained and everything. I was like, wow, that's just nice to see. It's nice to see. Chicago PD just kind of hanging out and just really, engage with the community. And there's some big dogs, man, big jawed dogs just kind of hanging out. And it was nice to see the community involvement from former law enforcement from a tough city like that. So I know that must not be easy for them to be around at all. I mean, it's I don't know. It must be I haven't spent much time in Chicago. I don't know if anyone is from Chicago. And I don't know. I hear a lot of things that it's a rough place to be. I've been a few times, but nice river walk, etc. Just some filler talk while we talk about Dogecoin not moving anywhere. If you guys want to talk about dog training or what you guys did on Saturday, well, now we're just kind of in the whoa, hey, what's up? What's up? Uh-oh. Someone got a liftoff ticket. How's it going, AJ Crypto? How you doing on your Matic? If this keeps happening with the Matic on AJ Crypto and me, you guys don't just FOMO in. Let's see. Let me get this to Bond real quickly. No, Desert stuff needs help on getting into VIP. For some reason, she's on base camp. She needs help on getting into VIP. So, let's see, Matic we just threw up there. It was just an off-the-wall ball. Just, maybe just do something different, have some fun with some different cash. I don't know. People might be pretty jealous with like Dogecoin. They just may want everything in Dogecoin. If you have cash that needs to go to Dogecoin, that'd be funny. That'd be all right. I wouldn't be opposed to that if a big group of contingents are like, no, absolutely everything's on Dogecoin. It's all right. I'm cool with that. If that's the approach, you know, it takes all types, so that's okay as long as they're not aggressive with it. I can deal with it. If it's a settled opinion, everything else is fine. I kind of think like a diversified portfolio. You know, that's fine as long as they're inversely correlated. As long as you're managing your risk back and forth, nothing wrong with that. So we hit our pricing targets exactly. Very nice. Pricing targets came to fruition just extremely nicely. And that line there, the 47, I know a lot of people got in here at the crowd. And now you're looking at your price action of whether or not that's going to be, you know, some sort of a solid wall there that you're going to have to, you know, I don't know, deal with in terms of, you know, this price action right here. It's wanting you to believe on a psychological level. It's wanting you to believe that this is a line of resistance that is just not going to, it's leading you to believe that is just not going to go away, right? It's wanting you to believe that that is literally, that is the level, right? Let's go back to the line and see if there's any justification for that. Not really at all. That's why it's just purely mathematical, guys. If you look to the left, what do we have right there that's anything even closely resembling that as an inflection point? We have nothing. We have just nothing. So yeah, there's nothing there. Around here would make sense, but now this is lower, so no, that doesn't even match up in terms of that inflection point. So we've got some different issues with this just kind of being off, and that's okay. That's okay, but it's just an odd point to get wrapped up into. Just like it's arbitrary point. Sometimes they just happen. There's a reason for it. There is a reason for it. Let's see this. Let's see if this is the case. I'm curious on this. Is this equidistant? I would like to know if this is equidistant. Almost. Pretty close to just like the equidistant point. For some reason, about halfway up, it's got trapped in and around that equidistant point. That's not uninteresting. That's certainly not. That's odd. It's strange. Huh? So that percentage it's consolidating at around that 50%. Interesting. That is the 50. Okay, so that's right on the 50. So it is trapped in between there. I'm not sure what happened to that line. I guess we had that line and then we disappeared that line. That would make sense why we had to just redraw that line. Well, I have recalculated it, so that's very good. That's what happens when we stream for 8-10 hours, but at least we had it. At least we got it. We got the arrow on there, everything else. Good job. Let me make sure. I'm going to do a spot check, make sure we're not missing anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's make sure we have our fib drawn because we've been changing in between. We might have lost it on time frame change. Isn't that nice when you switch time frames and you lose things? Yeah, that's nice. It's okay. Okay, we're fine through there, through here, here. Yeah, we're fine. We'll do this. Just bring this over. Just kind of look at things like that. Well, I guess what it's going to try and do is potentially just kind of frustrate sideways into something that, yeah, something that's going to be, I don't know, maybe kind of like it could be kind of some bullish tendency, but really on the 1 hour, it's so beyond that. It's just kind of flirting around. It's doing what it wants to do. Let's see what we got on the any notifications on this other screen. There we go. Let's see what we got. We got a few notifications. Do a shout out to some individuals on Twitter. Very nice. You guys follow, you VIPs. Go ahead and follow. Shannon, follow. I'm going to do welcome to VIP. Very nice. Welcome to VIP. And we're going to put that list server together so that you can enjoy that. It's nice to have Shannon. Very nice. Ryan. What's up, Ryan? What's going on, brother? Are you I don't know, do you have a I'm gonna ask what's your YouTube handle? I'm gonna put welcome. You guys just doing some homework here just so we can we can cover this now, and you guys can get to know who's in your community. This is important stuff. I like that dog. Nice dog. Wayuki Swan, and Egon Rev. Appreciate you guys following. If you guys are handled up with Twitter, etc., if you're handled up on VIP, go ahead and just mention me so I don't spend all this time doing this, so we can get back to the charts. But yeah, if you're handled up with Twitter, or yeah, if you're new on the Twitter and you're VIP'd up with YouTube, just let me know your YouTube handle. We'll put you on the list for the VIP, so you can get the exclusive charts. You can get the all those dynamics. And yeah, if you guys have problems at all joining up, your moderator is James Bond. He's in the room, and he can kind of help you go through how to get into, or how to join VIP. And let's see what we have here: breakout or fake out. Well, we have you know, different channel breakouts, different pricing targets. Like, you know, we'll start pricing targets real easy. Today it was right here, perfectly hit that pricing target. Beautifully done. Nice work. Like, bam, amidst the fallout. And guys, you had to see the fallout. Everybody's like, yeah, if you saw the fallout, it was a big deal. It's like, yeah, you admit it was a big deal, right? Yeah, that was a big deal. I think you agree. I hope you agree. Like, yeah, that was a good call. We made it, and it was perfect. Perfect entry. So that's important. Alarm bells were going off as we were going down. Just there's alarm alerts, notifications. So yeah, that's essentially what we have. So let's see if we have anything else in the chats. In the chats. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Someone got automatic at 92. Ooh, wow. Someone got automatic at 92. It's 96, huh? So AJ, huh? Well, AJ, you're the man on Matic, huh? Very nice, very nice. Impressive. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. I don't know why. For some reason, we just have some people who aren't in the VIP who get really upset that they're not in the VIP. I don't know why. Does that make any sense to you guys? I just formed it to be a nice group. It's a really cool group, but I don't know what the deal is. That's okay. I don't know why that is. Trying to be real nice to the whole entirety of it, but that's just the whole point of it. I don't know. Some people just don't want to be in the VIP, the VIP. So that's okay. Go onward. Go upward. Go into your trades and prosper. You will survive. You will be good. Join button is visible for me on YouTube on my tablet. That's good. That's great. Yeah, and another thing, if you guys ask me to manage your money, like, you know, if you ask me to manage your money, I'm not going to manage your money. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. That's not my gig. Is not managing people's money. So, yeah, just not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. Desert stuff. Want me to handle her money? I don't want to handle her money. I'll teach her. I'll go into sessions and teach her whatever I can teach her. But she wants to learn technicals. But we go through, you know, the textbooks, etc. But I don't want to handle anyone's money. That's not my intention to be woken up at 2 or 3 in the morning about, you know, someone being upset. That doesn't sound like fun to me. That's not, you know. Brokers do that. Go find a broker. I chose not to be a broker. I got offered a position with Morgan Stanley and said, nope, that's all right. So that's okay. It's just not what I choose to do with my time. That's not what I want to do. So other stuff is more fun. Maybe I don't know how the Elon Musk deal went with SNL. Hopefully that was great. Hopefully that went off very well. And yeah. All right, AJ Crypto, you're going to just tell us what's going on with your investment here. Why don't you give us a live update? Why don't you go ahead and put in the live update what you've decided to do? Let's bring up real quickly the fact that yeah, this right here was Matic. This was something to our VIP crew to up to 80% possible gain. Matic appears to be forming a bull flag. There's a small problem with the gap in the top of the area. Otherwise, it's well formed. I brought this to you because the original move had a 150% increase in it, and etc. Right here on the breakout, you could achieve essentially an 80. I got not financial advice right here, but that was Matic. And then what do we got? We got a breakout from that. Very nice retouch, incredible confirmation, very nice touch, and we have a real solid looking start to something which could go for a minute in the right direction. Real solid looking retracement back to this level on the candles. You're showing a real solid reconfirmation, and it looks like, you know, break out of this channel. Okay, a solid reconfirmation and a move to the upside. So you're up 15%. That's nice. That is nice. It's nice to make money. That's just the bottom line. It's nice to make money. On a breakout like this, it's nice to make money. It feels nice to make money. You don't want to get obsessed with the idea of being really nice to only make money, but it feels good to make money. So, AJ, congratulations. It must feel great to be making money. Good job. I am making money. It feels great to make money. As a matter of fact, it feels okay. It's a good job. Good trade. Not to play down the situation. Just started to sell at 96 on the wildfire. Really? Wow. That's impressive. You're going to take your cash. That's good. That's very nice. Shannon. Oh, that's good, AJ Crypto. That's not bad. Okay, you're getting a little more conservative. Yeah, and find your own way, bro. Brother, that's just you decide what needs to happen. Just stay plugged into something that's realistic, because you saw things fall apart today, and it got kind of, it got kind of aggressive, right? And when things get aggressive like that, you just want to be in a position where you're not going to be left out to dry. You don't want to get washed out at all. It's just, nothing's worth that. It's just you enjoy trading, and it's just not a circumstance where you want to get washed out at all. That's not, and just even the feeling of being washed out, you don't want that to occur. That's not what that's not what we're here for. It's like, whatever we are here for, it's not that, right? No, it was like, no way. I don't want to get washed out, wrecked, washed out, whatever you call it, just eliminated, just game over. We don't want that. So a nice entry, irrespective of what this, can decide to do. It's just really, really taking its time. It may go into a consolidation pattern here. Maybe it'll hit this multiple times. The key, I think, was the stop and the pickup. Really, people want to know that between the holders. Good night, Shannon. Hey, good night. I want to say good night to you. Absolutely good night. So, and then let's see what we have. You wouldn't have gotten in at the levels I did without the discussion earlier in the day. Thank you. You're welcome, AJ Crypto. Good job. That's nice to hear. You're in the money right now. It's up to you. You just took some cash on Matic. It's just up to you what you want to do with things. It just is. It's your threshold, your tolerance. So, I don't deal with budgeting. People have budgeting. Let's see. Found you guys on Twitter, but can't message you. All right, you can't message on Twitter. Can you copy me doing @thekingdom, some kind of message or something, or reply to something? I'll get it. What's your tagline? Also, let me know your tagline on Twitter, and then I will follow you. I'll follow you on Twitter, and we will set that up. Yeah, we'll set that up. So, yeah, that's real good. That's interesting. They got some clips on Twitter about YouTube, about SNL. I know YouTube has, Twitter has a bad reputation with some people, but that's okay. And let's see what we got. Just watching the live pricing action develop. A little slow. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Just people are in the money right now. It's okay. And you're 18% in the money right now, depending on how heavily you went in. Now, guys, if you went in heavily, that's, hey, 20% on heavy is okay, right? That's okay. That's good. You get 20% on heavy 4 times, you double your money, right? So on heavy, you could probably take 20% and take back out the original, and you probably do a lot of things. It's going to depend on your style. Again, what your threshold is, your tolerance, everything. So let's see. All right, just got a DM. Very good. We're getting some people over from the VIP on Twitter. That's very good. Very good. So, yeah, this is kind of frustrating in and around the 20-cent mark. You guys are wanting to get into like your threshold analysis. How high will this move? As you look at that, a good thing to look at are the prior moves. This has been a pretty significant move. It's only been beat a few times, if that, in terms of the overall, maybe what it's frustrating at is around something like this. And as we look at something like this, which, let's see, let's just do that so we can grab this. Something like that. Yeah, that's probably why it's frustrating. It's probably frustrating because it's literally, that's about the maximization of what you've achieved previously. Again, it's the previous kind of run-up potential that it's achieved. Can it beat it? Sure. And if it pauses, it can definitely beat it. If it wants to form a different, something else. But that right here is essentially even, that's just maxing out that. If we go to here, if we go to here, we're carrying over previous intervals into this, this basis here. So yeah, even that. So yeah, in terms of a threshold analysis, I mean, the thing that will get you is going on the lines. Let's see. Maybe that's pretty close to. But if we go to the 1 hour versus the 3 minutes, going to look a lot different than anything else. On the 3 minute, yes, it looks like you have about reached your threshold. But let's see how this compares over, because we don't have that one component. Let's just bring this over. It's this is why this is doing that. That's a hitch in here, so it's done more than that, once or twice, but that's been about it. It's its overall move is about 12 cents. So yeah, the fact that it's gone a little bit below that on some of these hits is about what is that, 45 to 57. That's about 12 cents or so. 47, 57. So yeah, 10, 12 cents, something like that. That's in line with its threshold at one fell swoop, right? Now it's done that, and then it's kicked back over. It's consolidated. It's kicked up more, and it's continued kind of an upward trajectory. But that's about its threshold. So as we look at that, yeah, I guess that's a pretty big move, at least recently, because it hasn't been. I kept saying it likes its day when it's just when it's up about what is it, about 20%. It just likes to be there. It likes to hang out and be up about 20%. So yeah, that is what that is. And and that is pretty good. That's a good return so far for you guys. It looks like a good return based upon that analysis. Again, it could do anything. If you guys are, I don't know how heavily involved you are at all, so that's not my, I'd be happy if you guys tell me you decide to get 20% or take, whatever that percentage is. I'd be like, that's great. That's a good move. That's a strong move. So, whatever you guys decide to do with that, that's your business, of course, and you guys make those decisions always. So let's kind of see. Yeah, some action going on. It's some positive action right now. If we get a big lift from Bitcoin, the big bro, tomorrow, it looks like Ethereum's already doing well. Ethereum's kind of in the position where it's turned into the market leader for a lot of the different coins. It can turn around a lot of the other coins, and a lot of the other coins will lead it, or will lead him, follow him behind it. I'll say it'll lead, the other coins will lead it. That's true. Will lead it in terms of their gains over and above Ethereum. So they'll be correlated with it. They'll move at the same time, but they will lead the gains in Ethereum. So they'll be correlated. They'll move at the same time, and they're going to outperform Ethereum. The altcoins will, but they're correlated with that in a way that they're not. It's not necessary that they're absolutely following Bitcoin. So there's a little bit of a differential there in terms of the makeup of those. The Bitcoin dominance is a little bit different. So yeah, that's yeah, it looks like, again, that's kind of like within the threshold of tolerance, etc. And it can definitely go up even more if it pauses here for a minute. It's got a habit of wanting to go up further. That would be interesting. It's just showing a line of resistance here. So this may be multiple opportunities to kind of get out and realize your gain. If it's going to continue to do that and frustrate back down for another bounce, that can definitely occur. Or it may be a circumstance where we'll have to see what the circumstance is. Let's say that we're not going to prejudge it if it decides to go up. Some people may be happy with 47. It's going to be 100 and 115% if you can get to $1. That's okay. If it wants to do that within a short period of time and you're heavy in on your 47 investment, that's beautiful. Maybe you don't want to take a profit on that. You want to just hold tight and see, watch that money double. So definitely possible. You guys can definitely get involved in that and just enjoy that. So that's the dynamic that's presented to you. So I look forward to seeing how you guys manage that in terms of your trade. I get to know a lot about you, and I get to learn in terms of what types of traders you guys are. It's always nice to learn essentially what you guys have going on. So let's see what we have. That's good. Kent sold out at 56. Yeah, good move. That's good. That's fine. That's cool. That's congrats on the trade. That's congrats. Good trade, huh? Congrats, Kent. That's exciting, huh? Put some comments on there. Comment. That's very nice. Overkill Marine, what's up, brother? I'm glad you found a strategy that you like. There's a lot of strategies out there, a lot of different things to look at. So, this is one of them, and I'd love to. If we have some more to cover, we'll cover some more. We'll figure out what's going on in the other strategies, and we can cover some different ones. It just seems like this is, maybe this is one that it seems to resound with a lot of people from the feedback I've gotten. It's one that makes sense. Just retracements. That's why the tools are there. you know, in terms of presenting the calculated, the pre-calculated. That's the important thing about it. These figures are already calculated when you draw in your Fibonacci's. If you draw Fibonacci in, it's like it's just a calculation tool. It's a price entry tool. All of these, the percentages of retracements and the prices. So it just helps us buy in at lower prices. It's very easy, you know. It's very, very easy. So that's nice. Very nice. So yeah, that will work. Let's see what we got on the chat, etc. Check the charts, check the chats. We got our VIPs in the house, so I want to make sure we get to all their concerns, and we're paying attention. And you VIPs who haven't been here in a minute, you guys understand. Well, we just completely did that. I did not mean to do that. Just closed out the entirety of that. Let's see if I can pull this. I can't pull that over there. That's all right. We just have the community tab. The community tab, excuse me. That community tab is where you can get all your information. All right. You can. Let's just do this. This community tab. It's on the top of. Now this is just fun trying to slide this over. But you see that community tab on the right? That's our home page. Just hit that community tab. I'll just bring over enough of it like that, and you'll be able to hit that community tab right there in the middle, and you'll be able to access that that VIP, you know, the scheduled videos and the charts and the breakouts and all the good stuff, so you guys can hopefully master your trading techniques and your technical fundamentals, technical analysis. You guys can get into that. So let's see. It looks like we're kind of in a sideways consolidation. I guess you guys are doing pretty well. We appreciate your support, okay? And you guys are supporting morally, and you're supporting with your letting us know your trades, and you guys are making money. I like to see that. That's just beautiful. You guys keep doing that. You're even entering into some of the other trades. Some of these other trades. Look at these. You know, like Matic that I brought to you guys. You know, that's nice. A few days ago, you guys are already on this one. You know, you're already into you know, what's this? You're already at 32%. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I think I for disclosure, I don't know if I need to tell you guys what I own or not. If you want to know, I'd be happy to tell you. But if not, it's okay too. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to tell you. Maybe you're not. Maybe I'm supposed to tell everyone, or maybe I'm not. I don't know. It's if I ever recommend something, I like to not necessarily be in it, and then maybe I get in afterwards or not. That's my typical MO, because I don't like to push something that I'm in and make money off other people getting into it. That's just not my MO. It's not my modus operandi. It's not what I like to do. So it's not the way I roll. But if I see a clear chart formation, I'm like, look at this. It looks like that chart on page such and such in the book. So yeah, we go through that. Heavyweight, double and triple down at different levels, right? Everyone's like, yeah, why? So when you hit these levels that go down in a retracement, you can put your heavyweight cash into it and maximize these gains. Yeah. And you're starting to see too, and when it goes down, your average move here of the price frequency of this price frequency is a larger percentage. You see that in as well? And I bring that up in addition. I bring that up all the time. You guys hone in on this. You VIP guys, listen. As you get into this, all right, the percentage increase of every unit in price, that percentage increase in every unit of price is a larger percentage at the lower levels than it is up here. Every cent here is a bigger percentage of the overall price than the percentage of a cent up here. It's the same cent. It's just you don't gain as much in terms of the percentage on your base capital, right? So that push up from here to here, we see the same push up from here to here, and it doesn't mean as much. As we go down, that's why the retracements are really nice as well, right? Yeah, the retracements are really nice as well, because they keep us in a zone. When we get into a zone, every unit in price with a larger amount of money. Yeah, that's the trick. The trick or the ticket is the larger amount of money goes into it, and then every unit of increase is a greater percentage than it was up here before it retraced. So you don't wish it to go down, but if it does, it gives you that's an added incentive to buy the dip, to get in and try and buy that dip. So yeah, I guess you guys, everyone understands that. That's a nice component that we're seeing play out here. Let me look at the chats real quickly. Let's see what we have. Omer, James, Marine. Marine's in at 11 cents, 20 cents. It's good. Not bad. What do we got? Yeah, Overkill Marine. I'll look at some different stuff. We can do kind of a micro cap approach of some different things that maybe are being discussed, and which ones of them present the biggest percentage. Maybe the biggest possible percentage of gain. So we'll look at that stuff and see if we can find something else soon. I'll work on a video for those. They're just not going to be short-term, possibilities. And I tell people with ultra small caps, it may be worth $1, it may be worth $0. Literally, with some of those, I don't play with any kind of Uniswap and stuff like that. I'm just not involved with something that gives me a warning message. And there's some exchanges that don't, but that you may not be able to sell the coin. I'm just not a big fan of that. Like I just, throw my money out the window at the highway, just hope it flies back in the cars. I don't know. It's just, that's difficult. So there's some different, there's some different analytics that we can throw into the equation to see kind of what is going on. So let's, since we've achieved kind of this dynamic, let's let this roll. I want you guys to get some rest. Maybe you got some plans tomorrow. You're going to be with family. Not sure what you guys all got going on, but it's been a heck of a day, and we appreciate all your support from the it's been a great day, guys. We nailed this. All right, the pricing targets here, this 1, this 2, both nailed. Okay, both trades. You guys are getting the hang of this. 1, 2, 3. That's a nice three trades. That's should have been 10, say 10, 20. I mean, we saw 20 live here. We didn't hear a lot of people getting on this. I think people were more aggressive as they got down into here. But the thing is, we had our perfectly drawn Fibonacci's, like perfectly. No one can argue with that. So good job to our what do I want to say, to the let's get this over here. I just can't get this thing over here. Now I want to do this because for some reason I can't pull this thing over here. There we go. Good job to our VIP crew. All right, and for the special video this morning, we'll keep giving you good videos as often and frequently as we can. But yeah, from the bull pennants to the channel breakouts to the different stuff, it's like things are doing well, and it's nice to have a community to give that information to. So it's nice, and just always do your own homework. Some things, nothing's 100%. We deal with variation all the time. Anyone who tells you that there's no variation is not in the market. So, I've got experience on both sides of the coin from, years ago, et cetera, and everything else. So, you guys just enjoy your evening, the rest of your morning, and just know it's not financial advice. It's just, it's a good group to be with. So we appreciate giving you the financials in terms of the technical analysis thereon. And that book that we do use is Technical Analysis of the Financial Markets. So we're involved in that, and just learning as much as we can from that and each one of you. We hope you guys have a great night. Please take care of yourself, remain safe, and yeah, just take care of your portfolio and take care of yourselves, and take care of